The world is full of wonders.
Magic is hidden in small moments.
And monsters could be hiding just out of sight.
But if you're looking to find them,
adventure is waiting to happen.
You never know who you'll meet along the way.
We are the Storyteller Squad. Hello, adventurers! Welcome back to the Storyteller Squad. Thanks for joining us for more Monster of the Week. Before we begin, let's check in with those heroes.
I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to say a one-liner. The last thing I need is to have a sword in my stomach, feeling like I'm a leaf on the wind when I don't need to be a leaf. Never again. I'm Hugo Rashad.
Ambiguously aged, recently unemployed, and on the run as a single father of 6, I'm Agent Whittaker.
well, that could have gone a lot worse. Could have gone a lot better, too, but at least no one died? Wait, no one died, right? Okay, we're good. I'm Raven Eugenia.
King Octopus can't stop us. Even the Eastey Agency can't stop us. And the forces from the place apart couldn't stop us. Things are looking pretty good. I think it's time to party because I am Damien Edgecrest.
As a stark contrast to that intro, I give up. I'm Felicity Sternbrook.
Did I uppercut Columbo last week? That feels mean. Was I mean? Oh, God. I'm Aidan Brightwood. Let's have an adventure. Last time, our heroes were ambushed by a special task force sent by Olivia Eastey and led by her brother Elias to bring Whittaker and his team to task for not having brought in Damien Edgecrest. While they had been strategically separated thanks to citizen cooperation on the part of the Hodag, Whittaker and his group managed to defend themselves and fight back against the agents who appeared to detain them, while Elias Eastey's mission to destroy Damien went underway. Luckily, with their combined forces, they were able to overpower the Eastey agents and escape on their newly refurbished and repaired truck/trailer and sped off, unable to complete the fish fry social gathering that the Hodag had originally planned to throw for y'all. And so, our heroes now officially on the run from the agency, we pick up that evening as you are driving away from Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Is there anything anyone wants to say or discuss this evening? Otherwise, we will jump ahead with some exposition that I have.
How is everyone looking? What is the vibe? I imagine we're all healed up. We've all gotten some lay on hands. Hugo is no longer spilling his organs all over the nice leather seats.
You all left the fight with some harm, but no one was unstable. So I think everyone is looking a bit roughed up, except for Felicity.
I have no harm right now.
Yeah, so Felicity didn't get hurt at all. Ray is unconscious. So the team is looking different levels of roughed up. Felicity is not looking well mentally, even though physically she was unharmed. I think everyone is sort of in the same boat of different levels of messed up about what just happened.
Yeah, we're good to go. Yeah, good job, everybody. We're able to fight them off. A little worse for wear, but I think everyone's doing pretty well.
I feel like I said this last time we had a fight, but do we want to establish that everyone filled everyone in on everything that happened since we were spread out for a while?
Is there any information that wasn't shared? I think is a good thing to consider.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, that's a good distinction. Let's just go around and say what people might not share. We can start with Whittaker.
I think he shared everything except for the fact that he was called Alonzo, because God, that's not a character reveal we want now. Yeah, no. Pretty sure Elias was indeed a vampire. We got a sword.
So we all know that Damien has Elias's sword now?
Yeah,
There's no hiding that.
Okay. No, I just want to make sure.
You did pull it out of Hugo's body, so.
Oh, yeah.
Also aware that Damien, apparently, is quite good at making vampire killing bullets. Not a quality I expected from you.
Thank you.
How long have you been able to do that?
I pulled that one out of my ass, so to speak.
Ew.
Oh, you better not have. It's holding that thing.
I mean, people are donuts, so...
Ugh.
Gross. Back on target, please.
I mean, no, it was pretty new. I could do it again, no problem.
I'm going to need you doing that as often as possible, I think, if the Eastey Agency is now going to be a recurring thorn in our side.
I don't have to put it in my mouth and get it all slimy and gross. I can enchant it more delicately.
You know what? That would be great. Whatever you do, as long as you don't give me any details about it, I think we'll be fine. But sincerely, Damien, thank you. I was quite concerned up until that point. Still quite concerned, admittedly, but that did take the edge off.
Yeah, when Elias showed up and was all, Alonzo Whittaker, badge number 12345, you're coming into the agency for questioning. I was a little nervous. So I'm glad you handled yourself well and came after me to protect me.
Yep. Well, can't let the spark get into their hands.
I may have sown some seeds of doubt in the agent that came after me.
Who'd they send after you?
He said his name was Lincoln.
Grilled cheese black coffee.
What?
Nothing. I never got to know the guy, frankly. Didn't seem particularly remarkable.
He's very smart. They were very tactical with the whole thing.
Yeah, divide and conquer. Not a bad technique, one that we could probably use to our benefit.
They did send a spirit caster for me and a pretty powerful magic caster to Felicity.
You mentioned you got the Ramos twins.
Yeah.
Yep. Same as Aidan. I think we might have planted a little bit of doubt in them, hopefully.
What did you tell them?
Everything.
Oh.
Kind of. They just did not believe us in the beginning and were really, really fighting for the agency and like sticking up for them in kind of a weird way.
They didn't care.
Yeah, they were really clearly just trying to keep us there and keep us talking. And I don't know, I think we might have said a couple things that they seemed to shift a little bit.
Whittaker, I told them that Olivia Eastey was a vampire.
They seemingly know.
Literally did not care.
Ooh.
They were like, a vampire, so what? That doesn't mean that she's evil.
It sounds like Olivia might have gotten the two of them out of a pretty bad situation when they were younger, and so they seem kind of indebted to her. And so even if she is doing terrible things, they're going to kind of look past that to see her for the person they want to see her as.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We didn't hurt them really. A couple scrapes, but like they're fine. We just, I don't know.
Yeah, Lincoln should be fine too. I mean, we slugged it out. He'll be fine though. And Aidan like wipes a little bit of like dried blood off the corner of her mouth.
Yeah, they'll all be fine.
That's good.
They knew what they were doing though. They split us up and they gave us our Eastey agent equal.
Susie? Really? Really?
No, that was not equal.
Other than Hugo, sorry.
That was frankly insulting, honestly.
Not equal, like equivalent.
Don't get me wrong, Susie, she's very capable, incredibly capable woman, but...
She relies on gear far too much.
Well, she doesn't really have a lot else.
They also don't have much on you, Hugo.
She's smart, isn't she?
She's like 100 pounds soaking wet. Like, what do you expect? But admittedly, Hugo, it's probably because they just didn't know anything about you.
Why didn't they send, like, Norm?
Norm probably doesn't get out on the field that much.
Oh, I don't want Norm. Don't bring Norm into this.
Pretty strictly in-house work that Norm does.
Though, on the other hand, if they sent Norm, especially to
we'd be fucked.
to me and Felicity, there's no way we would have heard him. We would have done whatever he said. So they kind of messed up not sending Norm.
Look, if they had sent Ernie after you, then I would have been insulted for you.
It's funny. Ernie does have combat training.
Does he?
Well, in the way that everybody has combat training at the agency.
I mean, Prithee has combat training, right?
That would have sucked.
Even Prithee has
true.
Fuck.
Oh, God.
Still gotta make sure Prithee's okay.
We still haven't heard back, right?
No, we have not.
I was just going to text Raven and tell her, don't tell them I gave up.
Raven's going to read it and she'll look at Felicity and kind of give a little nod, but not text back.
Cool. Okay.
How'd you guys get away from the Ramos twins? You were saying they were both magical. Raven, did you pull out some super cards? What happened?
Well, as soon as they arrived, they banished Wendy.
Ooh. Whittaker puts on his glasses to see if Wendy's back.
Wendy is back, and they're sitting in Raven's lap, attentively listening, and their ears twitching back and forth when a new speaker talks.
Looks like that didn't last long.
Yeah, I was trapped in a magic bubble for a while. I thought it was like a field where you couldn't do magic in it, which was really silly. And so I didn't try to do magic for a while. It turns out you could totally do magic in the bubble. And so I pulled a card and it was Wendy's card. So I got Wendy back. It was pretty cool.
They give their cheek to you for scritches there.
Yes.
Scritching the wooden mask.
Well, again, the mask only covers the front half, so there's still fur peeking out on the jawline. And...
Sure.
So did Felicity do some cool magic? Did Ray do any cool stuff?
Yeah, what happened with Ray?
Ray did some pretty cool stuff.
Similar to what you've seen, I imagine?
Pretty similar. No, yeah, I feel like she can hold her own.
Yeah, it was really cool and kind of scary, honestly.
They protected me, and that's all I could ask for, honestly.
Yeah.
Speaking of protection, do you want a gun, a knife? I think I got some pepper spray in here.
I feel like that's a conversation for later, Damien.
Okay, we're pretty safe.
Hugo, how's your shoulder?
Oh, my shoulder's fine. I could use some thread, though, so I can fix the shirt. The hole is prevalent.
And bloodstained.
And bloodstained.
I think we're going to need some new shirts.
I've got a sewing kit, though, if you want to fix it later when we can get it washed.
Thanks.
I think the red looks great on you.
Yeah, but it kind of mixes weirdly with this green that you put on there, so...
It's the worst kind of Christmas.
Yeah, Thank you, Aidan. You know what's up.
Maybe we should stop and buy some new clothes.
That's not a bad idea.
We're going to need to stop and buy a fair few new things, I think.
I'd like some new clothes.
I think we could use some retail therapy, and we should also consider trying to be a little more stealthy in the future. I think the Eastey Agency has been watching us this entire time and has just been waiting to strike. I think this might be our chance to get a little more off their radar and then hopefully stay that way, or at least put a little more distance between us.
Let's just hope that this time we don't have hell beasts sicked upon us when we go shopping. That would be nice.
Yeah.
True.
They certainly seemed able to track us based on the stuff we've been getting into out here, so I hate to say it, but maybe we don't get involved as much.
We have kind of been leaving a trail of destruction across the country.
A trail of reconstruction. I set animals free. Poachers were stopped. We are doing good deeds.
We are doing good deeds and doing the best we can, for sure. I agree.
We're not exactly clean about it, is the concern.
Do you need me to pull over, Damien? When you said that, you looked a little bit more green. That was a joke. I'm kidding.
That was a good joke.
I think I have to agree with Damien. Isn't it our job to help people? We can't just leave them.
There's a difference between helping people and overtly causing massive destruction to land structures and highways.
We shouldn't stop helping people. We just need to be a little more conscious of how obvious we're being and how much of a scene we're making.
Consider at Glacier National Park, we introduced ourselves as Eastey agents.
Yeah, we should stop doing that.
At Lenon's camp, they knew who we were because they were in contact with King O, and there are bounties on our heads. It's been a bit of bad luck, but also there are things we can do to make us less conspicuous.
We are kind of an obvious group.
Yeah.
I'm getting you all new phones. I'll just swap them out with some used ones.
Smart.
Because those are very trackable.
Can we try and get new plates on the truck?
We can do that. Whittaker says that confidently. Emery doesn't know if that's allowed.
Can we get fake ones? That's kind of what I was thinking.
You would just have to get a new registration.
But then we're registering with the government.
Any parking lot with a screwdriver.
You could very easily get new plates, depending on how much legal stuff you're willing to bend and break.
Buddy, I'll fucking do it. I'm on the run from the law already. What's a little more?
Yeah, you already are. That's the thing. But then there's the question of like, you're on the run from the agency that is secret. Do you want to be on the run from just the normal police as well?
That's a good point.
So what you do is you remove the plates, and you legally have to have something indicating what your plate is. So you put up the little thing of cardboard or whatever, and you have that be made up.
I feel like that's also pretty dodgy. Like, I think we'd get pulled over for that.
Whoop, whoop.
Right.
Right
Yeah.
away.
Thank you, Aidan, for the sound effects.
Right away.
If we switch our plates with some fake plates, but they look normal, then as long as we're not doing anything on the road, like speeding or anything, then the cops would have no reason to look up our plates and find out that they're suspicious. If we make them look normal and we just get matching plates and put them on, like, we can veto it, but I think it might help.
We could get a new vehicle and then put the same plates on it.
I put so much fucking elbow grease into this goddamn vehicle. I am not letting it go.
I would say that if our worry is the agency finding us or King O finding us, changing the plates is not going to save us.
Really, we need to figure out how to end this.
That's the big one, isn't it?
If we could just go back to the agency and tell them that Damien's no longer a threat and prove that, then they'd stop chasing us.
I feel like they wouldn't listen to us.
It'll be a lot easier when we know for sure that he isn't. We can tell the truth.
That's true. My ideas were really just things to hopefully give us a little more time. I know it's not permanent, but if we can make some really quick, easy changes in the next day or so, that would give us a little more time. I think that might be worth it. And then we can come up with a game plan and see if we can fix this. And maybe Aidan's right. Maybe we could go back and say, he's not a threat anymore. We fixed it. We can prove it. This is all the truth. And then, I don't know. But we have to do something. We can't run forever.
We have other problems at that point, but yes, goal number one is make it so Leviathan is no longer coming after Damien, and make sure that happens without the Eastey Agency ever getting a hold of the spark.
So that's priority number one.
Hugo, you had some people you could potentially call on this. Was that something I made up?
I have an idea. I know the person that I would probably ask would be amiable to it, most likely. However, I have some hesitation.
How so? Who is it?
Do you remember Dr. Singh?
I also have some reservations.
Aidan flinches a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think we're looking to extract the spark, and that seems like he's the expert at doing that.
Well, what else do we want to do with it?
Supercharge it, make it more powerful.
No,
Whoa,
yeah, Damien, I feel like we
whoa.
definitely want to extract the spark.
Agreed.
But we want to extract it in a way that is not going to hurt you.
Oh, of course. But we definitely want to extract it.
It's gonna hurt. How could it not hurt? That's not what I'm worried about. I don't want to go back to how I was before.
Why?
It was pretty heavily a copycat running on envy all the time. I sort of like the self-awareness.
You were self-aware before you ever drained Felicity.
That's what I was thinking too. You were not a slave of envy even before I gave you my life.
And frankly, Damien, not to be crass, but sometimes we don't get a say in the things that this world makes of us.
Yeah, and I defer to your judgment, but I feel like I've been a lot more clear-headed with this spark, and I feel like without it, there would be some regression. So, just be prepared.
Damien, if this were to help us not be tracked by the agency, not be a target, would you do it?
I'd rip it out right now.
So why are you so hesitant to have someone else do it?
Because I don't think it'll do any good.
It will. That's the only bet that we have right now.
Frankly, Damien, giving up the spark would be the most selfless act you could commit in the entirety of the time that I've known you. Not to spell out your character development for you. Sorry.
No, That was good. Just attack me in the car. That's fine.
I just pictured Damien sinking further and further into the cup holder as we're all talking.
Oh.
Damien, listen. This is what has to be done. You know that. I know you know that. Because we want you still here. We want you with us. And if it's not done, eventually they're going to catch up to us. And they're going to take you. And they're going to throw you back into the place apart. And you're going to be killed or devoured or whatever the heck happens down there.
Or made a servant to Leviathan all over again.
They're not going to accept a demon lord that just happened onto Earth. It has to happen.
Well, I'm just warning you all about the consequences.
I think we can all tolerate you being a little bit more annoying if it means stopping the apocalypse.
I agree.
Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you.
The most Damien
You'll
response.
still be the same Damien.
Are you sure that won't be worse? Ooh. Okay. Wanting to put as much distance between you and the other Eastey agents, I would think you're driving through the night.
Yeah, for sure.
Certainly are. Aidan, take the wheel.
Yep. And so it is maybe 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Aidan and Damien riding front driver's seat and cup holder. Everyone else at this point, I think, is probably passed out and leaning on each other in the back. I don't know who's got the front seat. Maybe Hugo or Whittaker.
Hugo's got the longest legs. It's Hugo.
He did get stabbed. Be nice to let him have the front.
Ooh.
Use that one as long as you can, Hugo.
Yeah.
I was stabbed.
I was stabbed, y'all.
Whittaker still can't use his right hand, so can I have some sympathy over here too?
The sword.
Elias stabbed the sword through my hand.
So Whittaker wasn't driving that whole time, right? Because there's no way we would let him drive.
Oh, he was. He was just wincing in pain the entire time.
There's no way we would let him at the wheel with like a bloody wrapped hand.
I would absolutely see Whittaker at the wheel for the first half an hour at least.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get you guys out of Rhinelander.
And then we force him to pull over.
Listen, yeah, for the next hour, this is Whittaker's car. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, everyone's asleep. There's just some soft music on like their car radio as background white noise for y'all to sleep to. Damien, could you roll a sharp check, please?
7.
You're jamming out to the music, bobbing back and forth as a little slime dude. You notice the car kind of lists a little bit one way, and you look up, and Aidan just kind of is blinking a little bit at the wheel.
Oh, no.
She's looks so exhausted, and she's got like the heaviest eyelids.
Oh, no.
Her head's doing that thing where it will bob occasionally, and then she'll like shake herself awake. She rolls like the window down slightly and puts the AC on her. At one point, she takes her headphones and plugs them into the radio and just like cranks the volume as loud as it'll go. And, goes for a little bit longer. The car kind of lists to the left again. She's focused on the road, but every now and then she just like blinks or her head drops.
Well, Damien will grab the wheel so that the car doesn't go off the road.
Okay. You kind of reach over and steady it a little bit. I'll roll to see if she notices that. Amazing. That is a 4. You're steadying her handling of the wheel, Damien. And at a certain point, she just fully knocks out, fully asleep. What do?
Keep an eye on the road. Put a tendril down for the pedal so we don't change speeds, and slowly slide her seat back. Not too much, just so she doesn't fall forward and hit the horn or anything.
Yeah, you catch her as she's like falling forward and just like gently lean her back into the seat and drive through the night as this stretching of many, many pseudopods and slime tendrils operating the car from the cup holder and like eye stalk looking forward out through the windshield. You all start to wake up as the day dawns and the light of morning starts to come in through the car. I feel like everyone being pretty sleepy and groggy would not notice immediately that Damien is the one driving. Ooh, here's a fun thing. Everyone just roll a d6, and we'll use that to determine who wakes up in what order. And I will say highest is first, all the way down to 1.
A day. Which one is yours?
Mine's the 4.
That makes sense. Okay.
I got a 5.
Got a 5.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Oh no.
To be fair, I got stabbed.
Aidan got a 1.
Yeah, of course she fucking did. She hasn't slept in 1,000 years.
I was gonna make the same joke.
She's so tired. As far as you guys know, she hasn't slept.
Ever.
This is her first time.
First time getting a hangover. First time sleeping.
Damn. I think Raven's in the back middle seat. It's also kind of like the least comfortable seat to sleep in a car, so that's why she like wakes up first.
That makes sense. So Raven, you wake up and you see that you are not in like the cornfields, farm fields, soybean patch. You're in a city, driving by taller buildings, street lights.
No!
Go ahead and read a bad situation.
Okay. All right. I have a lot of questions. That's a 13.
All right. You can ask questions if you want, but I have information just based on that being an excellent sharp roll. You see signs that say like downtown Milwaukee, or like Milwaukee Town Hall. Like you are in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
It is the city in the southern portion of the state, kind of right before you hit the border with Illinois.
Okay.
And you see Damien, bunch of tendrils operating the steering wheel.
Honestly, I feel like Raven would be looking out the windows first of just like, oh, we're in a city. All right, where are we? Oh, Milwaukee. Okay, interesting. And like, it would take an absurdly long time for her to just be like looking outside of the car for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden be like, wait a minute, Aidan's sitting kind of far back. Wait a minute. Raven hasn't said anything yet. That's her internal monologue.
So Damien, you notice Raven is stirring.
Shh. Aidan's sleeping.
This is an audio podcast, so I will just narrate that Raven is going to point at Damien and then kind of give him a shrug of like, what are you doing? Are you driving? But like silently mouthing that.
Yeah, you see the eye stalk nods. Yes.
And she'll point at Aidan and be like, is Aidan okay?
There's a green shrug.
Raven's going to try and quietly lean between the seats to look at Aidan, to just, as a player, I know she's asleep, but as a character, I'm like, what is wrong with her?
Yeah, you see she's just knocked out. Looks like she's resting comfortably. She's breathing steadily. She's just got her eyes closed.
Just asleep. Okay. Part of me wants to ask Damien to like pull over, but part of me doesn't want Whittaker to know that Damien was driving. So I'm trying to figure out how we can get Damien to not be driving before Whittaker wakes up and have this be a secret.
Well, who had 5s?
Oh, that's true.
Whittaker did.
All right. Whittaker's away.
What about you, Felicity? Did you have a 5 too?
I did have a 5.
Yeah, so at this point, Raven's shifting around. You guys are in the back seat with Raven. So her moving around, her gesturing, her trying to whisper, but not really. You guys are waking up at around the same time now.
What's happening?
Why
Hello?
are we still...
Raven's going to gesture to Damien to like pull over and slow down.
Weren't we supposed to stop at that trailer park that was on the Google map?
There's another one up ahead.
I want a bed.
Aiden, how far did we... What is this?
Shh. Aidan's sleeping.
How long has she been asleep for?
Just pull over, Damien. It's fine. Just get on the side of the road and come to a stop, all right?
There's not a good shoulder here.
You are in like downtown. There isn't really a good place to pull over. It's like morning traffic. Commuters are out and about.
Oh my god, and our windows aren't tinted.
Damien, you are visible. You are highly visible.
We need to pull over as soon as it's safe.
I'm not going to parallel park. I haven't done that before.
What? Let me find the nearest trailer park.
We're in a city. We just need like a big parking lot we can pull in.
Yeah, well, there are only like so many places you can put a fucking trailer, you know?
Damien's starting to take you guys like out of downtown and over towards more like not a suburb, but there's more trees in this direction. Looks like there's maybe a park up ahead. The taller buildings are thinning out and becoming just parking garages, restaurants.
You guys wanted shopping, so we have a city to take care of all of your shopping needs. Look, we've got a park. We want to get your morning running. You've got a nice spot to do that.
How good is Damien at driving? I assure you he doesn't have a license.
Yeah.
I mean, he's driven before.
He did drive that cop car.
I thought he got pulled out of there before that actually happened.
Was he shaped as a human at the time? I feel like it's harder if he's still a slime.
Slime is his natural form.
That's true. I was thinking if you're like really stretched out.
He's probably more limited as a person than he is as a slime.
Oh, and with those like eye stalks, think of all that peripheral vision you get.
That is true. I take it back.
So surprisingly good driver, Damien Edgecrest.
Yeah, especially when he's trying to be.
Right.
Because the last time I stole your vehicle, I wasn't trying. And that was fun. You got to go speeding and everything. But this, we're trying to keep everyone safe and asleep.
Whoever had the 4 to 2 range can wake up, which I guess is just Hugo.
Yep.
Is Ray still unconscious?
I'll say Ray wakes up at this point too, yeah. They're tucked in the back with Ruby, kind of groggily. Where are we?
Milwaukee.
My head hurts. What? I thought we were doing a fish fry?
Oh, you probably need food now that it's the morning.
Ray, what's the last thing you remember?
Oh God, those agents. What happened? Did they knock me out? Did I get tased?
Highly likely.
They start patting themselves down like, oh, jeez.
Everyone's all right. You seem to be good. You just slept for a while, so we wanted to just let you catch up on sleep. But everyone's fine. We all got out. It's all okay.
Cool. So you guys are like really on the run, huh? That's pretty wild.
That's one word for it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yikes.
I think we're stopping soon, so we'll get some food, stretch our legs.
Cool. Hugo, you wake up. You're in the front seat. You can look over and see that Aidan is still just like, perfectly angelically asleep.
Of course she is. God, imagine if she was just like mouth open, drooling a little bit. Snoring.
Who's to say that isn't perfectly angelic?
He looks over to the left, sees Damien doing his thing. It's too early for this. Falls back asleep.
Good for Hugo. He deserves it.
I love it. Damien, you wind up pulling up to a parking spot near Lake Park and Bradford Beach, which is a sandy beach on the easternmost shore of Wisconsin. And I hope you all are ready for a beach episode.
You're kidding. You're
I am
fucking
not.
kidding.
No, you're joking.
No.
You are joking.
I am not joking.
Freshwater lake, baby.
Surprise! There's a beach in the middle of the country.
You gotta be kidding me.
Aww. Anime beach episode.
This is the beach episode?
We've made it.
Oh God, what do we do now?
Durs and I schemed a bit.
Nice.
There is a large enough parking lot where you can pull up and park the truck. And there's a few other like families with RVs or campers and stuff. They're either, waking up and cooking or driving away because they're traveling on this morning. And it's summer, so the beach is looking to maybe get a few patrons to come and hang out and spend the day. We'll say it's like a weekday, so it's not like weekend packed.
Felicity is going to forget all of her past trauma in this moment.
Just immediately.
There is a like beach attire kind of place where you could go and like buy a swimsuit if you wanted to just grab one for the day.
Amazing. So she's going to buy a bathing suit and run into the water.
Oh, hold on. We can make a scene out of the swimsuit shopping. Let's not get too hasty here.
We certainly can. So as you park and everyone is getting out of the car, I'll say that's when Aidan finally wakes up. And she just stirs a little at first, but then she shoots up, just bolts upright.
Good morning.
What What happened?
We're at the beach.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's fine. You fell asleep. Everything's okay.
That shouldn't happen. That's not okay.
Well, hey, listen, we're at the beach right now. We're going to forget about it. We're going to go and forget everything bad that has ever happened to us, ever. And we're going to go and swim in the lake, I'm assuming, because we're in the middle of the country.
It's Lake Michigan.
We're going to go swim in the lake, so you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, and I have a whole bunch of uncanceled new credit cards to try out. So it's perfect.
Amazing.
Aidan, we're okay. We earned this one. All right?
Okay.
We're all okay.
I'm going to take a walk. And she gets out and just starts strolling through the park area.
Can I propose that before we do the fun bathing suit shopping, that we find a place with like cheap cell phones and everyone just gets a new phone? I just want to like put that out there before, in case we go do other things on this beach day. I want the peace of mind that we have these new phones that can't be tracked. I feel like Raven's instinct would be to go into like a Best Buy or something and just buy however many of the same cheap phone and just come back and like, one for you, one for you, one for you. Turn off your cell phones. You know, we're not going to smash them or anything, but do not turn them back on until we get home.
Smash!
After that happens, before Felicity turns off her cell phone, she's going to go into the truck and she's going to call her mom.
Good call.
You have the whole day. You can take an Uber over to a phone place to get new phones. You could go shopping places that aren't the one right by the beach. You're good to park the trailer here and then use public transit or taxi or rideshare things to get around for whatever sort of stuff you want to do.
Okay. But I would like to first thing call my mom.
Sure. Rings a couple times. Felicity?
Hey, Mom.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How is Hawaii?
Hawaii was fine. I'm back home.
You're back home?
Yeah, honey, I can't just live in Hawaii. I mean, I had to come back to work.
I guess that makes sense. How's things been going in Autumn Falls then?
Things have been okay. I joined a book club.
That's great. What book are you reading?
They were in the middle of something, and it's pretty dry, but, you know, I'm just there to socialize, so...
That's fair.
It's like an autobiography or something.
Ugh, hate those nonfiction things. Anyway.
Just calling to say hi?
Yeah, I'm pretty far. I might be changing my phone number.
Okay, I mean, you'll text me the new one, right?
I'll call you.
All right, that's fine, I guess, yeah.
We're in a little bit of trouble. And I don't want you to worry because everything will be fine, but...
I'm gonna worry even if it is gonna be fine.
I know. I don't want you to worry.
Them's the breaks, kiddo. How's the group? How's everyone else?
They're good. We made a new friend. Their name is Ray. They're very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Mira has been by a couple of times to visit.
Yeah, that's the dear girl?
It is. Yeah, my girlfriend.
Right.
I just miss you.
I miss you too. It'd be nice if you could come home soon.
I want to.
Well, I'll be waiting.
I'll call you in a little bit. Make sure you answer any calls from...
Unknown numbers?
Untraceable numbers, yep.
Okay, Felicity.
I love you.
I love you too. Make good choices.
Sometimes.
One bad decision a day.
Only.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Anybody else making phone calls to anyone?
I mean, I don't have phone calls, but I think other people have families.
Yeah, who's Damien going to call? He calls you guys.
That would be old Damien, just making a phone call so he feels included.
Right.
Call up Ernie to say hi.
No. It just gives away our location. It's fine.
Ernie wearing a wire.
Oh.
The man would have a literal heart attack.
Oh, please. All Eastey phone calls are recorded for quality assurance.
They're bugged. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just a given.
I don't know if I should be talking to you.
Security's already just bursting down his door. Keep him on the line. Sweating bullets. That poor man. Ugh.
Poor Ernie.
Too bad I smashed my phone.
Whittaker doesn't have anyone to call, but he does write his letter of resignation from the Eastey Agency.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
Your email of resignation?
No, it's a letter. It's funnier if it's a letter.
Beautifully handwritten.
Yeah, it's handwritten.
It will take several weeks to arrive through the mail.
Oh, yeah. I don't have anything written out, but it is maybe irritatingly polite.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of cites just conflicting ideologies with upper management, vested in opportunities beyond government work. And, it'd probably be less trouble if he just pursues mission work on an independent level. I'd love to work more with the agency in the future, and it was a wonderful time. Oh, he also mentions that all government property currently in his possession will be returned to Portland as soon as there's no longer a bounty on his head there.
Yes.
So, with all that sort of in place, he'll send that off.
So you are actually going to mail it?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
This can't possibly be like a mistake, can it?
I'm not saying anything. This is your decision.
All right. Brittany, Durs, you guys got your cameras on. Is this a mistake? Am I fucking up right now? Because the way Natalie asked, are you actually sending it, makes me think that this is like, that they'll be able to trace me from like my finger essences on the paper.
I was trying to figure out like that. Oh, God.
Right? Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Oh, no.
Am I crazy? Am I high?
I don't know.
But it's...
I completely agree with you that this doesn't seem like the worst idea, but the way that Natalie said, like, are you sure you really do that? And I'm like, oh shit, can you trace things?
I didn't mean to imply it as a question. I was just, because you said you wrote it. And so I was like, oh, he's just going to write it and have it handy. But like, that's fine. You can send it.
Now you get to play the fun minigame of finishing everything before it actually makes its way through the postal system.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Working on the clock.
Write the address ever so slightly wrong so it kind of doesn't get delivered at first and loops around a few different places and then maybe ends up at the Eastey Agency.
Oh my God.
Does Whittaker tell anyone or show anyone the letter before he sends it?
You might see him writing it. He's not hiding that he's writing it.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to ask him, what are you writing? It's like, this is like for his own... tying up loose ends in like the most annoying way possible.
It feels cathartic, honestly. I think it's a very good decision to have handwritten it and mailed it to them. I like it.
Yeah, I think that's what he'll do. He's also going to see if he still has access to the Eastey database so he can download as many files from it as possible, unless they've already locked him out of it.
Mm-hmm.
They must have, but may as well check. Maybe Prithvi, like, from whatever grave they're reaching out of, has left it open for me a little longer.
When was the last time you accessed the Eastey database?
Wasn't Whittaker doing research for a little bit? You had said it was, like, intermittent research.
You did have a little bit of research you said you wanted to do on the list of names that you found at the camp.
Yeah.
And you maybe technically submitted a report about the snipe encounter?
Yes, he did.
All right. Not much time has passed since then, but roll a weird check, because this is you doing agency secret agent stuff, and we'll see if you are able to get files.
Oh, I don't. That's a full failure.
A full failure. Okay.
Yeah.
You forgot your password.
So you go to try to log in, and it says, your account has been locked. Contact administrator to resolve.
Yep, that'll do it, folks.
Your company account has been frozen.
Figured.
Susie was feeling very petty. And
I mean, she probably did that right before she left, you know?
Well, I mean, I don't think they would have made any like overt moves like that until the mission had succeeded, right?
Yes,
to keep you in the
correct.
dark. So it was certainly one of the first few things she did as they were licking their wounds and having fish with the hodag.
As soon as her hands were out of the ice.
If you got to imagine, you would invite them in for dinner, even though they just finished wrecking his house with a giant battle.
Oh, it's very cute.
I made y'all some rhubarb pie there, so hope you're not full from all that dinner.
Oh my God.
We're going to run into those agents again, and they will have all turned a new leaf and be like, you know what? I feel like I want to be a better person.
Yeah, okay, so that's nothing. That's fine.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, I mean, to be fair, this was like...
long time coming.
Long time coming.
Yeah. Are you guys going to like go get beach attire then? Is that our next thing?
Yeah.
All right. There's an Abercrombie or something nearby.
If we're doing some significant shopping, Raven's going to try and buy a couple outfits of like normal people clothing so she's not so goth in public. I think she's a little nervous that, like, as a group, we are very easily identifiable. And so maybe if I am less, like, sticking out of the group as like, oh, that's the goth one.
I still think you should go blonde.
How dare you even suggest that? Oh, God.
I think it could be a fun look for you. No one would recognize you.
I can't even picture it.
No, splash of red, splash of blue.
I did actually briefly consider it as a character choice, and I literally cannot pull the trigger on it. I can't.
We can at least go like light brunette.
I think Raven keeping her hair color is a solid character choice in and of itself.
And she's not getting rid of like her favorite clothing or anything, but she's gonna buy like a couple of outfits that are like an Abercrombie shirt and a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a couple outfits for just being out in public just to be a little more stealthy.
A nice sorority disguise. Nice.
Yeah, she's trying to blend in and be as normal as possible for a little bit.
She comes out of the changing room and Whittaker's like, you look like Bethany.
Oof. Yep, I knew I was channeling something. That's who it was.
Yeah. It's a good disguise.
Yeah, no one will recognize me, hopefully.
And Raven also doesn't need her glasses, right? They're just frames. I don't think we ever said they were prescription. They're just kind of for the look, right? So you could swap them for like sunglasses or something.
They could just be reading glasses.
I established in my own head a long time ago, they're not absolutely nothing, but they're really, really light prescription. I can't remember exactly what I decided on, but like, she's fine without them. It's not a big deal, but she could either not wear them or switch them out for another pair. She's not blind without them. They're not critical.
Felicity is going to burst out of the changing room. Oh, we're getting disguises? And she's going to be essentially dressed in exactly what she would pick out normally. A overall short kind of ensemble with a floral top, a cute little hat, like a little sun hat, and Birkenstocks. And she's going to be like, I thought we were just getting like beach clothes.
Do whatever you'd like. No, it's okay. I am choosing to do this because I feel like I stand out. I think that outfit looks amazing on you, and I'm not going to tell anyone what to do.
Plus, you already cut your hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they know that now, but...
Still.
Okay.
Do whatever you'd like.
This is so cute. Do you guys like this?
Yes, definitely get that one.
Okay. Thank you.
Raven will also buy a sun hat. Like whatever hat Felicity picked out, she'll find that same one in like a different color.
Uh-huh.
In black.
Yes. She can't get rid of it completely. Yes, giant sun hat and sunscreen.
Aidan, I suggest you get a disguise, but you look like half of the mannequins in here.
Ouch.
Wait, no, wait, hold on. Stop reacting.
Was that a compliment?
One of Aidan's character traits is that she looks...
Is that she just buys the mannequin outfits? Yes.
Oh.
Like, it's meant to be an insult, but it wasn't out of nowhere.
I know. Trust me, I know.
I was thinking, like, body of the mannequin, and I was like, are you saying that Aidan's, like, tall and statuesque? Because, like, okay.
All right, Whittaker. Jesus.
It's so layered, but it's amazing because yes, that is a
I
thing
had
that I
completely
have
forgotten,
canonically
yeah.
said she does is to try and blend in as a human. She just buys whatever's on the mannequin.
Sorry, I got insecure for a moment because everyone looked so offended. I was like, I didn't mean it that way.
No, it was the best like Whittaker being catty, but not in a mean way kind of statement.
Can we establish that we turn to look at Aidan and she's standing next to a mannequin and they're wearing basically the same outfit?
Yes, absolutely.
In the same pose.
Yeah, she's standing like one hand on a hip. I do not.
She's got like, her classic, like a lightweight summer plaid patterned like shirt, shorts, some sandals. And like she's standing next to a mannequin with basically that exact same getup.
Just different colors.
Different colors and options. And like the t-shirts or the tank tops a little different. But she's like holding a pair of sunglasses. And she's like, what do you mean? And puts the sunglasses on.
Perfect. I love it.
Well, that'll do it.
Aidan will also make sure to get some more clothes for Ray.
Oh, very important.
She'll treat your new friend there.
Hugo, any new clothes for you?
Nope.
Are you sure?
At least no swimming attire. That's for certain.
Well, we've been on the run for a little bit. You sure you don't want a change of look or anything? Raven's got quite a hair salon she's setting up in that bathroom. Yeah, I don't trust her either.
At least replace the shirt that got ripped.
Yeah, he does get a different shirt, though.
Just a 1-for-1, replace the ripped shirt.
He just replaces the clothes that have been damaged by battles recently, which, to be fair, is a lot of Hugo's clothes.
Mm-hmm.
So you say you're only replacing the damaged ones, and then you end up at the counter holding a whole bunch of clothes like, oh.
If anything, he ends up going to a clearance section or like a secondhand store for clothing, because part of his stuff is his clothing will always be slightly out of fashion.
Because that's what it says on your character sheet.
Yep.
I love that so much.
That's how the initiate part worked, at least, so. And he makes note to not wear anything that shows his tattoos.
So long sleeve stuff.
Warm Hugo.
Warm Hugo? Nah, we have magic for that.
For a split second, I forgot who was speaking. I thought you were going to say warm Hugo, more like hot Hugo. And then I remembered I am not currently playing Hugo Rashad.
Shameful.
What about you, Whittaker? Are you changing your look? Picking up some different clothes?
Yeah, now that you're not wearing suits.
He does need clothes that aren't suits.
Is he just going to get dad clothes and get some nice, like, khaki pants and, like, a button-up shirt? Get some New Balance sneakers in there? I'm just describing what my own father wears, so, like, it's not in a mean way.
Is this it? Is this season 3 Whittaker?
Just Dad Whittaker.
I did describe him as a single father in our intros.
He could go for, like, cool dad.
And he's always been camping dad every time you guys go in the woods.
Which is horrible.
He could be really well-dressed dad. Just one step down from suits.
Yeah, Whittaker. With much pain, Emery makes Whittaker purchase some dad attire.
A cotton shirt.
A short sleeve button down with no jacket.
One of those polos with the little alligator embroidered on the
He would wear those, unfortunately.
Yep.
A nice golf shirt. It's got SPF in the fabric somehow.
He does look a little bit like he golfs after the shopping spree. It's not his finest hour. But I will say, despite looking as horrid as he does, Whittaker is in a pretty decent mood.
I think Aidan comes by as you're like maybe about to check out or just like looking at the clothing and just like shaking your head like, ugh, can't believe I'm reduced to this.
Right, he kind of chuckles at it, actually.
Yeah. But Aidan will come over and she like hands you this little set of like fancier socks. We might be on the run, but we don't have to give up everything. And she will hand you those.
Small luxuries.
You gotta take them where you can get them.
Thank you, Aidan. You doing okay?
Yeah, I don't know. Something's happening to me and I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah, well, I suppose we could say that about a lot of things right now.
Who knows? Maybe I just needed some rest.
Maybe. Worst thing that can happen is you're just a little more human like the rest of us. Nothing you're experiencing right now is anything new from what any of us have been experiencing for the last 20-something years of our lives.
Damien's different too. I feel like before he would have just slapped me awake or something.
Yeah.
It was actually really thoughtful of him to just take over driving like that.
He mentioned that if we got rid of the spark, we'd be getting rid of stuff like that. Do you think that's true? It's not it's not my experience that power makes you a nicer person, but maybe this is different.
I could see it going either way. It's such a unprecedented thing what's happening to him. I still have no idea how to get it out of him safely, so who knows what it'll wind up doing in the end.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
I guess. How about you? Kind of just lost your job.
Yeah. It's, weirdly enough, this is not the first time that a vampire attack has left me unemployed and blackmarked from a government agency. It's a lot different this time around, though.
A little less lonely this time?
Yeah. A lot less lonely.
I think she just looks around, realizes you guys are like in the socks section of a Target. Just like, let's go to the beach.
You see Damien comes around in a shopping cart in which he's loaded it with like floating devices and water pistols and hey guys, the socks section. You know Target has like everything, right?
Yeah, Damien, we were getting to it.
Okay, well, I will catch you later. Oh, take a credit card for the road. And he just tosses a credit card for you. Everyone gets one. Yeah, knock yourselves out. Continues cruising around in his cart, happy to be shopping.
Yep.
You know, maybe Damien hasn't changed all that much.
Yeah, I don't know why we were worried. Hello, adventurers. Thanks for joining us for another episode of The Storyteller Squad. There are several fun things to announce this week. The first big announcement, I'm excited to finally reveal that The Storyteller Squad has surpassed 10,000 downloads. This is a huge milestone for any podcast to reach, and we are super thankful for all of your support and the many hours you've decided to spend with us that helped us get here. Truthfully, we hit this milestone a little while ago, but we decided to wait and save that announcement until we had something special to share with you all. So, please check out our Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, and you can find the incredible commemorative illustration that Emery made for us to celebrate this special achievement. When I realized the beach episode was coming up soon, it felt right to create a sort of family photo with all our beloved heroes. It's one of my favorite pieces Emery has done for the show, and if you like it too, we would love it if you shared it with your friends. Tell them about this story you love, and see if they'll give us a try once they see the wholesome vibes we're sporting. I want to thank everyone who has recently reviewed the show on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We're very close to 30 reviews on each of those platforms, which is more than halfway to our first goal of 50 ratings. If you haven't yet, it would mean a lot if you could take a quick sec and leave us a rating on whatever app you use to listen. It doesn't take long, and hitting our goal of 50 reviews will really help us grow and move towards even bigger achievements. With larger listener numbers, we can start to move on some of the bonus content we would love to get making for you all. We just need some help getting those stars so we can find sponsors and make producing the show something we're able to dedicate more time and energy to. In line with the levity and fun of our beach episode, our promo swap this week is with Don't Wreck Yourself, a comedy podcast that investigates claims and questions from the internet in order to uncover the truth. Well, maybe at least make some jokes about stuff. Let's check out their trailer.
Before you click the share button, get the facts from a comedy podcast for information enthusiasts. On Don't Wreck Yourself, Matt and Ryan look into claims they find online, answer your questions, and say bad words.
Having the queen's underwear stuffed in your pants wasn't enough evidence. How badass were people in the Ottoman Empire if they could just slap a horse and kill it? There's no way. There's absolutely no way. I think it'd be hard to kill a horse if you just had like a lead pipe. It would be difficult to do that, let alone your hand. Are you kidding me? There's no way.
Keep in mind our target audience, so if you're driving by a middle school and you see a bunch of kids outside, look for the ones smoking cigarettes under the bleachers and tell them about our podcast.
Look for the kid that's smoking pot and getting D's in history. That's our niche. I feel like if we smoke enough weed, we can figure this out together.
New episodes go up every Tuesday wherever you find podcasts. Be sure to check yourself. Don't wreck yourself.
You can find Don't Wreck Yourself wherever you listen to podcasts and on Twitter @WreckYourPod. Our friend Cap from Shrimp and Crits was on a recent episode, so if you're a fan of their lovely voice work, you can check out that episode to start. Don't Wreck Yourself, Shrimp and Crits, and a bunch of our other podcast friends are all over on the Cast Junkie Discord server. And in our channel there, we've been sharing a fun virtual convention experience, where we give you a little taste of what it might be like if you could meet our heroes and get their autograph at a convention. If you've already reviewed the show and are looking to help support us even more, you can find a link to our Patreon in the episode description. Following that link will be immeasurably easier than trying to search for our Patreon page from scratch. We made it so easy. Why would you take the hard road? At the end of this month, I'll be streaming a live AMA focused on our favorite Celestial, Aidan Brightwood. And well, let's just say that maybe by the end of today's episode, you'll have some questions you want answered. Now I think it's time I send you back to the beach. See you next time, adventurers.
I say we grab some like sandwiches or something and then we head to the beach. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, I'm ready for the beach.
Let's do like a beach picnic.
Maybe like a picnic and then the beach. I just don't like sand in my food.
picnic at the trailer, then go to the beach.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Don't you need to wait like 30 minutes before you go in the water after eating or something?
That's a myth, actually. That's not true.
To be fair, a lot of myths have turned out true in our past adventures.
I believe it's like hard swimming. If we go put our feet in the water, we'll be okay. As long as you're not swimming laps.
Yeah, and that stuff wouldn't affect me or Aidan anyway. I'm sorry, that stuff wouldn't affect me anyway, so I'll save you if anything happens.
Damien.
You don't eat, Damien.
That's what I mean. I won't get cramps.
You don't have muscles.
Exactly. You'll be safe.
Actually, Aidan, are you hungry?
I could eat. Sure.
All right. Food for everyone except Damien.
I've got to get all the water guns untied from their little plastic holders. That's going to take at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, you work on that.
Because this ties into another thing I had planned, when you guys get back from shopping, you can see that there is a food truck parked in the beach lot. And there's a bunch of different ones, but Damien, you recognize this food truck as one that you have some history with.
You see Damien perks up and sort of wipes away the stubble that he had. So he's got a smooth chin, his hair, so he starts to pull it out and it gets longer and blonder. And then he ties it up behind him and puts on a beanie, sort of adjusts his chin a little bit, shrinks down, and then heads over to Ellie's food truck.
You guys see Damien sort of adjusting his physical look, and he approaches this yellow truck with sunflowers painted on the side and like a green tomato vine. It says Hicks Fix. There's a decent line to this food truck, but you see, looks like two people working it. There's a woman, it looks like she's a little older, early 50s, smile lines and suntanned skin. Her hair is blonde but going gray and tied back in a bandana with just like a long, loosely curly ponytail. She's working beside this taller guy who just sort of does have a little bit of stubble going on, and he's also wearing a beanie to keep his hair out of the food and that kind of thing. And they're just taking orders, putting things out. But Damien, you walk up. What do you say?
Damien goes to wait in the line and sees that the line's too long. So you see him walk along the side towards like the back of the food truck, and he just calls out, "Yo, Ellie, how you doing? I recognize your food truck anywhere. You guys look a little short-handed. Line's backing up."
You see she's handing out a cardboard basket of food to the patron she was dealing with, and she double takes. Damien? What are you doing here? Stay right there. Stay right there. And she'll go open the back door and come down to you from the food truck. She calls over her shoulder, "Handle things, Brad." And the guy in the truck makes a somewhat playful feigning of being put out. "What? Come on, you jumping ship on me, Ellie? You're killing me. Who's this guy? Somebody you know?" But he doesn't wait for the answer. He just turns back to the window and continues to take orders and work on the food being made. "Yeah, old friend of mine. Haven't seen him in years." She comes over, gives you a big hug. "Let me look at you. You haven't aged a day. What's going on? How are you? Oh my goodness, what are you doing in Milwaukee?"
"Oh, well, you know me. I like to travel around and keep to a good skincare routine, so that's the secret."
You better share that secret. I shared my secret sauce recipe with you, remember that?
Oh, you did, and that's been keeping my burgers and fries extra nice.
You better believe it. I look out for my people. Hey, listen, I don't have time to teach you the menu, but if you want to chop some stuff or watch the grill, I could use a hand. It's a lunch rush.
Oh, absolutely. These people are going to be waiting ages. Let me get back there and help you speed things up.
All right. I could do, say, 15 an hour. Is that okay with you?
No, this is on the house. You know what? I'm feeling generous today. Let's get you moving.
You did take my favorite colander when you left, so I hope you have that, or at least you put it to good use.
Yeah, I will pay you back for the only thing that I stole when I left. That'll be no problem at all, Ellie.
She pinches your cheek. She's like, "Come on, get in there." And she'll like shuffle you into the food truck. And Damien vanishes into the back of this food truck. Everyone else, you can do what you want, but...
Am I hallucinating?
Are we all just staring dumbfounded at what just happened?
What?
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
I'm gonna go get in line.
I want something from there too.
Yeah, I wanna get a good look at this place and see see if there's anything fun going on. But Whittaker's got the glasses. He'll know immediately.
Whittaker's got the glasses. Why don't you investigate a mystery?
Sure, let's do exactly that. It's another failure. It's a 5.
Oof.
Whittaker face plants in the sand.
He trips over his new sneakers.
What you can see, even with a failure, is all the normal things that your party exudes by being magical and supernatural in various ways. You see Aidan as the bright glow, although a little dimmer. You see Ray with the ghostly fox kind of lurking around her. You see Ghosty and Tom. You see Windy. You can sort of make out a light outline of Damien within the food truck. But Ellie and Brad don't seem to give off anything supernatural. Would you like to read the menu?
Are you going to make us hungry?
I am. I hope you'll eat dinner before this. You can see when you get a little closer to the order window, there are a pair of blackboard signs hung on the side of the truck. One of them seems to be a FAQ, and it says, a traveling farm-to-table, fusion cuisine, scratch kitchen, food truck. So on the menu, there's a thing called Fruity Toast, an apricot and mango compote with basil and cotija cheese spread on a garlic and shallot naan. There is just, quote, taters, which is Yukon potatoes, sweet potatoes, and beets, flash fried, then pan roasted with thyme and rosemary and served with Parmesan and salt and pepper. There is brisket and biscuit, a slow-cooked smoky brisket served on a toasted buttermilk biscuit with char-roasted tomatoes, caramelized onions, and a sweet, spicy aioli. And then the last item is, just in quotes, don't banh mi, a spicy roast chickpeas and garlic mix with pickled carrots, red cabbage, thin sliced cucumber, cilantro, tangy dill aioli, and a spicy pepper relish upon request.
Oh my god.
Little cards that say, like, local farms we support on, like, the side, plastered all over one part of this food truck.
This is very cute. Thank you.
And it literally just says today's menu, and everything's written in chalk. So, like, you get the sense that it changes.
Natalie, I hate to do this to you, but what was the first thing that you said?
That would be the Fruity Toast, which is the apricot.
Fruity Toast! That's right. Okay. Fruity Toast, taters, and then some sandwiches.
Yep. It's basically a light sweet thing, a light savory thing, and then a meat versus veggie sandwich option.
All right. I'm in line.
Yeah.
I'm in line.
Yeah. Eventually you get up to the front.
Hello.
Brad, like I said, is the guy taking orders. Hey, how's it going? How's it going? What can we do for you? You guys hungry? You hungry? We can hook you up with the good stuff. You want some lunch?
Yeah, of course we want some lunch. That's why we're here.
Yeah, awesome. Anything look good to you? See something you like, something you might like. It's lunch. Be a little adventurous, huh? You want us to change something? We can tweak it for you. Get you a little custom something or other. We'll fix you right up. Fix you right up. Like this sign, huh?
Can I have the brisket and biscuit?
You got it. One brisket and biscuit. And you want that? How you want that? You want a little char with that? You want a little burnt ends goodness? Or you want some of the other goodness? Real tender stuff.
Tender stuff, please.
All right. And for you, what can I get you Wednesday, Adams? Sorry. Little joke there.
Oh, God. I didn't think we were actually going to go through ordering things, and I was listening enough that everything sounded delicious, but don't remember any of the names of things. Let's just order a bunch of stuff, and we'll picnic it and share it.
Oh, sure.
Brittany, get taters. Get taters. That's what you want.
I mean, yeah, obviously that's what I would order as a person. I heard potatoes and stopped listening.
You can't go wrong with the taters. They're so good, so fresh. So good. And we toss a little beet in there, a little bit of rosemary, a little thyme, some nice garlic, a little zip zap in the fryer. That'll get your mouth watering. It's all about the spices, you know. You gotta get that the zhuzh in there, you know. And there you go, something to write home about. Know what I'm saying? I mean, at the end of the day, what are you here for? You want to eat good food or boring food, right? Come on.
Yeah, Raven's going to get a double order of the potatoes. And then I would like to specify Raven's going to pay in cash because she's afraid of using the credit cards with these lovely people and having it, like, be a problem. She doesn't care. Target doesn't matter.
Yeah.
These wonderful people paying in cash and tipping.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. Aidan can use her real card on the stuff, too, you know? Like, she'll order the don't banh mi, which is just a banh mi sandwich.
Raven will also get one of those too, because
Whittaker's getting that too, actually. It does sound good.
Sounds good. I'm so glad I ate dinner. Otherwise, I'd be so hungry right now. It all sounds amazing.
I ate dinner and I'm still so hungry right now.
Okay, so 3 of the don't bond me. Nicey nice. That's a healthy sandwich right there. So good for you. So delicious. Who says healthy can't taste great? Am I right? Look at you. You're all so fit. I love it. You going swimming later? You should. The water's great today. It's a beautiful sunny day today. How are you going to not hit up that lake, huh? It's perfect. Look at it.
This man seems too nice to be real.
Hugo, you getting food?
So Hugo's up. What would you recommend?
I mean, okay, so I personally like the brisket and biscuit, but I spice it up. You know, I add a little of the pickled carrots to that. You know, get a little crunch, little, make it all nicey nice, get good mouth texture going. But you get veggies, you meat, support, use whole full round of meal. It's good for you. You know, you're gonna get all 4 corners of the pyramid. I guess they don't use a pyramid anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
We can, you know, I could put a little. We got some pork belly. And sometimes I'll put that under the fruity toast if people want to like do a little upcharge. We got some avocado we could add to that. You know, if you're looking for some healthy fats, a little bit of oil, something like that.
Now you're talking. A little bit of everything.
Yeah, whatever you want, man. We got it.
A man after my own heart.
Even he'll go for that stuff.
All right, you got it. Little zing zang on a fruity toast, my friend here. You got it. Alrighty.
Yeah, Raven will let him do whatever he thinks sounds good to hers as well.
Oh wait, now you want to go nuts on these bad boys? These big sandos?
Absolutely go nuts. That sounds wonderful.
Yes, please.
Okay, yeah, we'll take care of you, no problem. Don't even worry about it. I'm about to hook yous up. And so Brad takes all your orders down, takes cards, cash, whatever you use to pay with. All right, so 2 orders of taters, 1 B&B, a fruity toast with a twist for my buddy here, and 3 banh mi. Yeah, we'll get that out in like 2, 3, maybe 6, more like 4 or 5 minutes. And he turns around and starts putting together your lunch. Damien, you're back there, so you can help Ellie make some of the food for your friends.
Perfect. So that's 4 full barnyards at night with extra stars. Sounds good. Little zing zang on the fruity toast.
Hey, this guy.
I gotcha.
I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Damien.
Damien, I love it. Hey, let's get cooking, man.
Absolutely.
And you and Brad start in on the order together. Oh, where we put the, where's the, Ellie, where we put the, I can't speak. Where's the, gosh, what the heck do you call it? It's bacon, but it's not bacon. Where is it? You mean the pork belly? Pork belly, yes, thank you. Where'd we put that? Where's the pork belly, Ellie? I think you left it in the toaster, Brad. Oh, yes, you're right. It's in the dehydrator. Check it out, man. I put this in here, then throughout the day, some of the moisture gets pulled out, condenses the flavor. Yeah. Good stuff. And so he goes and starts pulling out a bunch of his special secret off-menu ingredients to start using. He looks over at you, Damien, and he says, how you feel about garlic, my friend? You like it? I got some fermenting over here if you want to try it. I got pickles and some other stuff too. If you get hungry, you can try some. I got to keep my own snacks back here because we can't eat what we're trying to serve, and anything on the menu, we'd run out early. But don't go passing out on me. We'll get you something nice if you're hungry.
Yeah. And I know those last people, they are good people. So any sort of little extra flavors, extra little garlic you want to throw on there, greatly appreciated.
Oh, is that your crew?
Yeah, I got a crew now. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I got you. He pulls out a bunch of different plastic containers with little handwritten labels on them that say things like miso paste and spicy tamari. And he starts whipping up this little sauce from scratch. Ellie, we still have the I can't say it, the Giardina? We have some of that stuff, right? Yeah, it's in the fridge, bottom shelf, under the kimchi you made last month. Oh, yes. All right, we're cooking now. And he just continues to crack open and fetch these secret ingredients that he's having fun playing with now on the side.
Is the back door to this truck still open, or did they close it once Damien went inside?
I think that it's like one of those doors that can split. So the top is open because it's hot, but the bottom half is closed. Just to be employees only past this point,
Yeah. Can Raven peek in just in a curious, ooh, what's he doing with the food? I just want to watch him cook kind of way. But she's trying to see if, why does Damien know these people? Is there anything fun going on?
Go ahead and roll a sharp check.
I rolled a 6 and a 5, but my sharp is 3. Is that a 14?
6 and a 5 is 11, plus 3, 14.
Okay. I was like, that doesn't seem right. But I rolled a 14.
Raven's pretty sharp.
Very good at looking.
Ellie is working the fryer, so she's got your potatoes and beets and things in the fryer that she's tossing, shaking, and she pours them out into the one big frying pan that they have back there that they just kind of wipe down with a rag every time they need to do a new order. And she's dripping some oil. She grabs a little pinch of the herbs, tosses that in, seasons it, tosses it a few times. There's a little spark of flame on the gas range in the back there. Brad is like, Ellie, I've been saying we gotta put more fish in the menu. I got a cousin lives down in Champaign. We go there, he'll take us catfishing. Oh my gosh, it is so good. We catch some catfish, put a little buttery breadcrumbs, something on that, little lemon dill. Amazing, Ellie, it's the best. He's just nonstop talking about food as they work. Damien, you are put in charge of assembling the biscuit sandwich, and so you're there with like a little flat top grill, charring the tomatoes to put on the sandwich and caramelizing some onions very quickly on that. And Damien looks like he's pretty comfortable. He's cooking with them, cracking jokes and, making small talk. Ellie tells you about how they've been getting a lot of their stuff from the open market here in Milwaukee, and like a lot of local farms bring their stuff in, and Brad goes early in the morning.
Oh, yeah, you used to have me go in early in the morning because you wanted to sleep in. Yeah, I hear ya.
Okay, listen, I get up at 5 now. I wake up early in my old age. Something you seem to have dodged quite nicely, I'll add. But yeah, I get up at 5. I start prep. I send Brad over to the market to pick up anything we might need for the day. And then, I usually finish prep by 10, so I make us something to eat. I brew a little coffee, and then we open for lunch. So, counter's open until 5:30, by the way, so if you can stay, we'd love to have you. Or until we run out of food. Then I'll clean up and take a nap from like 6 to 8. Then I'll get up, make myself a snack, think about tomorrow's menu, and we have a drink, probably with some good company, or maybe by myself. I fall asleep in a hammock about midnight back in my trailer, and then get up again. And it's a fresh start to do it all over. So it's the same old, same old. I don't know why you left. You seemed like you were having such a good time. I guess the road started calling your name, huh?
Yeah, I did. And, I like the truck. I like being able to travel around. But sometimes there's bigger roads out there that call. So,
hey, you gotta live the dream, man. I mean, food's just my way of living and giving, but if it's not for you, then you gotta do your own thing. It's good to see you, though. You and your perfect 30-year-old skin. That's gonna bother me forever, by the way.
You've got your own little food network and a hammock situation. You're living the dream. It's good to see you guys again.
Yeah, we see so many good people doing this gig. We're on a circuit around the lakes for most of the summer.
Oh, you've got your own little area picked out.
Brad pipes up. He says, we're doing the county fair in a couple weeks, right, Ellie? What fair is it again? It's like Winnie the Pooh? No, what's the name of it? It's a county, right? Winnebago County Fair. That's the one. First time doing a fair since we came out here.
Yeah, well, the East Coast was a good time. You guys going to be heading back there?
Jersey's fine. I'm not in a big rush to get back. Maybe we check out like Connecticut, Maine, New England area. Maybe get ourselves a little more north, get some of that salt water again. I've been dying to work with some shellfish, but you can't get the real good stuff out here, So, yeah, we'll probably be back that way eventually. They got that better water out east, too. So, what are you going to
do? Fucking blessed.
Brad and Ellie will just keep yapping your ear off if you let them. When you're nearly ready to put together the brisket sandwich, Brad steps over and he's like, oh, hell yeah, bud, that's looking good. You try it yet? Hang on. And he dabs some of this sauce he's been making onto it and takes a little piece to taste. Try that. That's good. That's so good, right? That's what I'm talking about. Boom! We're gonna knock your friend's socks off, my friend. Toss that together. Doesn't have to be fancy. We're making food after all, not rockets. And you see he is perfectly constructing the banh mi's, which all have a perfect julienne of veggies in them.
Perfect.
Ellie plates the taters and scoops some of the fruity compote onto the pork belly and toast, and all of the food is ready to go.
Number 44 for pickup. 44 for pickup.
We ordered entirely too much, and it's okay.
Yeah. It's fine. You're all balancing the cardboard things that the food comes in, hoping they don't blow away. And yeah, you can go grab a picnic table and sit down to eat.
Damien, I never thought you were one for the service industry.
Yeah, well, I like doing what other people were doing, and it looked like they were doing a lot. And the people in the truck looked like they were having more fun than the people in line.
Huh.
That checks out.
All right, well, we'll catch up with you later then.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay as long as you want.
Yeah, once the lunch rush is done.
The rest of you can go eat, but Damien is catching up with some old friends, it seems.
Is the food delicious?
It's amazing.
Good.
And you can see that, Brad definitely gave you extra sauce on your banh mi, and, there's little, to-go ramekin containers of, it's not even labeled. He's just put a little zhuzh that, make it all nice, zippy-zap, nicey nice. It's going to be great. Hey ho, you know what? Hey, whatever.
At one point, Hugo swears under his breath as he realizes this is better than my dad's.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, gotta snag that recipe.
Dang it.
Anything specific or like food in general?
The specific way that they did the pork bellies, just
Farm to table improves the flavor quality a lot.
I was going to say and made with love, but like obviously Hugo's dad made it with love as well, so.
This pig was killed this morning with love.
Hugo's dad strikes me as the type to cook a lot of like traditional recipes, whereas Ellie and Brad are out here like on the cutting edge of street food. Like they're just mixing and matching all sorts of different food techniques. And it's not home cooking, but it's like, ooh, this is like snappy. This is poppin'. This is like, I've never had a food that was
little zip
quite little zip zap, little zing zang. Yeah. I don't know if any of you watch the Bon Appetit YouTube channel, but Brad is just Brad Leone from that series.
Oh, I've never seen it, but I've heard of him.
Yeah, if you ever want another character study of mine, just go watch It's Alive with Brad, and you'll see who I'm doing.
Beach time. Set up some lawn chairs, get a big ol' umbrella out.
Slathering on the sunscreen.
Raven, there ain't an SPF out there that'll protect you.
I gotta do my best. Or I will be miserable for the next like 5 to 7 days.
I draw Raven in the bathing suit, but it's specifically sunburned Raven.
Give her a chance. She bought a sun hat. We said we've got umbrellas.
That's true.
I thought you were going a completely different direction, Emery, where you're like, I draw Raven in the bathing suit, but it's just a drawing of a bathing suit on a blank page.
No.
the beacons are lit.
With sunglasses. Just white.
It's a bathing suit and a pile of ash.
It's a really cute bathing suit, though.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So you guys head down to the boardwalk. Bradford Beach is, it's nice. There's a lot of volleyball nets set up, areas for sunbathing, perfectly good weather for swimming. What's everyone's beach looks?
Should we start from least beachy to most beachy? I feel like Hugo said he didn't.
Ooh, that's fun. Yeah. Yeah, Hugo, what's your look?
What's your not beach look?
Are you coming to the beach with us?
Hugo's in the trailer.
Just enjoying some AC in the trailer?
Enjoying some AC and making calls. But that's a later problem.
Ah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll come back to Hugo doing calls if you're not going to be part of beach excursion.
At one point, though, you do see a snowball just come flying at you and you don't know where it came from.
That's funny.
That's great.
Very good.
Whittaker will stop by the trailer real quick. Hugo, are you sure you don't want to come out? Even if it's just, I know you're not a swimmer, but, the weather's real nice and we got the food and whatnot.
You see, it's the weirdest thing. Even with the family I grew up in, I hate the sand. It gets everywhere.
No, I refuse.
God, you're so right, though.
All right. Well, let us know if there's somewhere on the road somewhere we can stop for you, because probably not going to get that many breaks.
We're not meant to have breaks, Whittaker. It's just not who we are.
Hugo, why won't you let yourself have breaks? Because I think you've earned this one.
Are you calling me a workaholic?
That's exactly what I'm calling you.
Okay, that's fair. There's a time to rest. When there's a chance of an apocalypse coming, you need to wait until after the apocalypse to rest. And I will get that rest. Because we are going to solve this.
Oh no. There's always going to be an apocalypse coming, Hugo. I feel just a little bit bad that you've almost died twice on my watch, and I want you to have at least something for yourself while you're out here. I feel like I don't check in on you because I rely on you being okay more than I rely on the others to be okay. And I don't want that. I don't want anything to build up.
Good to know, Whittaker.
Just, Hugo, we want to take care of you. I know we're not the best suited for it, because, we've all got our own shit going on. But if you keep pushing yourself until the apocalypse ends, you might not even live to see it. And considering our current trajectory, we might be all you've got for a while, so if you're gonna rely on anyone, you just let us know if you need anything. There's something I'll have to ask you later. But I am going to go out and have some fun for an hour.
All right. Also, Whittaker, make it 3 hours.
3 hours?
You skipped your run this morning.
Hopefully I'll see you out there.
Possibly.
Whittaker heads out, closes the door to the trailer.
Board shorts and a t-shirt is his look. It's not stylish, it's not fun.
I was going to say, little spider crawls across the door to the trailer.
Oh no! Gross. Whittaker kills it.
You don't see it.
Okay.
Damn.
He doesn't know what it means.
Ew, smack.
All right. Sorry, I didn't mean to detract too long from swimsuit stuff. Just letting Hugo know he's loved.
Yeah, it's important. That was a good thing to insert. But yeah, board shorts and t-shirt, that's Whittaker's thing.
Yeah, button-up t-shirt, but yeah. No pattern, just like a lightly textured weave to it, so it's not just a blank color.
I picture it like a toothpaste blue.
I was going to go for like a salmon color, but I like blue. I think that's more Whittaker.
As you head away from the trailer, you join everybody else, and we'll do beach look lineup.
Hey, let's go!
What you got for us, Felicity?
All right, so Felicity is decked out right now. She is in big rimmed sunglasses, prescription, obviously. She has a little bandana tying back her hair. She is wearing a bikini. It's not super revealing. It is yellow, and it's covered in sunflowers.
Oh,
nice.
And she is booking it towards the ocean, or the lake.
Ghosty and Tom are kind of riding on your shoulder, but they're excited to hit the water and the sand as well.
Yeah, we're ready to go swimming.
Mm-hmm. Raven?
Raven has already slathered herself down with sunscreen once and will do it again when she gets to the beach. She is wearing a black, like, one-piece bathing suit, the kind that's not a solid one piece. It has, like,
cutaways and
a skinnier
stuff.
Connecting. Yeah, it's got some cutaways and those little, like, silver rings. Just, it's kind of fun, but not crazy. Big black sun hat and just some flip-flops. She's got a little tote bag with her. She's got a book in there. She's carrying a beach chair, probably an umbrella. She's just gonna go sit in the sand and hang out and read.
The look of someone who wants to be outside but is bad at being outside.
Yes. And she's got a Windy, like, hopping along next to her.
That's fun. Aidan goes like full Abercrombie model, just literally stealing something off the mannequin. So she's got like just like a white halter top bikini, and then like the bottom is one of those ones that looks like there's a wrap to it, but it sort of like is tied at one end and then kind of drapes down a little longer on the other side. And like a, we'll say like pale pink, very light, breezy, cropped button-up shirt. It's like you couldn't actually wear it as a shirt. It's just meant to be like beach wear with rolled up sleeves, and some sunglasses that she's using in place of her normal like headband. She like went fully for it and got like all the like leather corded like bracelets and shit that you see at like the front desk and stuff. There's like a charm thing, and then just like the $5 white flip-flops to match the bathing suit she's got.
Oh my god. I love that. Raven's got those cheap black flip-flops on too. I forgot I had like decided this in my head, but Raven let her little buns down, and so she's just got like the two little pigtails, and she's because it's summertime and it's hot out, she's taken her bangs and like pinned them back.
Yep.
It's a look.
Well, you got the sun hat on, so like, you know.
Yeah, so they're pulled back away from her forehead, and she's got the hat on. So yeah, Raven and Aidan definitely bought the same flip-flops, just in black and white.
Right. I love it. Yeah, and Windy is excited. They go bounding off into like the dune. You know, I don't know if there are dunes on Bradford Beach, but there's like driftwood and stuff, and they go sniffing around and picking up shells and like looking inside them.
Damien drops off armfuls of chairs and bags and sunscreen containers and snack bags and a cooler and just plops it down by Raven, drops the stuff off and then just books it towards the water. Just a green swimsuit, a couple pairs of sunglasses, and too many bracelets.
Did he see Aidan's bracelets and got jealous?
He has way more than Aidan does.
They go all the way up your forearm.
That's too many.
You got like 8 of the shell necklaces on.
Exactly.
Aidan will kind of just like, she just wanders along like with her legs in the water, but she's not like diving in or anything. Every once in a while, she'll like pick up a shell and admire the pearlescent interior of it. She's kind of just keeping an eye on Felicity as I assume you're out there just like splashing around doing a bunch of like...
Oh yeah, I'm out in the water. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, it's freshwater too, so it's a little different than maybe what you're used to being an East Coaster in real life.
And a West Coaster in game life.
Right.
Yep.
We're just one big lie here on the Storyteller Squad. Any beach conversations people want to have? Or should we cut back to Hugo now that we've had our little anime beach episode montage?
Where is the fun in the sun? I was told fun in the sun. Where is the fun in the sun?
That's true. There are like volleyball nets and stuff if you guys wanted to like play a game together or...
Yes.
Oh my god, we gotta find the strongest volleyball team and crush them.
I kind of want to establish that Raven wants to like hang out with everyone at different times of like walk with Aidan for a little while in the water, but Raven's not going to initiate any important conversations this afternoon. It's just going to be mindless chit chat.
Okay.
I'm just like, we're playing a game in the water. Like, we're walking along the water. Look at the cool rug. Like, she's very specifically trying to not think about all the bad, crazy things happening right now.
Whittaker's going on his run if you want to join him.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Just do a run of the beach.
Yeah. You know what? She'll, maybe not for the whole time, but I think she'll join him for for some of it.
Whittaker is going to run till they get to, like, a part of the beach that's either just way too rocky or, like, overgrown for people to actually hang out there. And then he's going to go for a swim. Because he's got a big, massive fucking bite mark on his collarbone.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Oh.
Kind of a weird one to break out in public.
Okay, yeah. So you can dive in and take a swim. Raven, you can join him if you want.
Yeah, if it's when she's on the run with him, she'd hop in the water. Have we established that Raven has seen that on Whittaker? So she would, like, understand without having to talk about it why he's picking a private spot?
You know, I don't think so.
We could have that conversation now.
Yeah.
I think what I'm remembering is a non-canon comic you drew during the camping arc. And I don't think we ever established if that actually happened or not. So yeah, I don't think Raven's ever seen Whittaker shirtless.
Well, living in a trailer together for several weeks, it's probably one of those things you've glimpsed. The same way you've glimpsed, like, the claw marks on him or the errant bullet wound.
That's true. So there hasn't been a conversation about it, but they've definitely... Because campers always have teeny tiny bathrooms. Like, he would have to have been shirtless at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But yeah, so then she wouldn't question it if they're finding, like, an out-of-the-way spot for Whittaker to jump in the water.
Yeah.
Windy, once, like, you dive into the water, they do the thing where, like, they run up to the water, they splash their paws in it a little bit, and then a wave will come, and they'll, like, run away from it, and it will crash and make the foam, and then they'll, like, turn around and, like, run back out as the water recedes, and the other paw's wet, and then another wave will come, and they'll turn around and run away. And they keep doing that thing, and, like, occasionally they'll see, like, a little clam and, like, go over and, like, pick it up or whatever, or, like, some kind of hermit crab thing, and they'll, like, go and investigate, but they just do that thing that, like, a dog will do if it's, like, a dog that doesn't love the water but is like enjoying being at the beach.
Sometimes I forget that Windy has like raccoon hands, and you'll say that they like pick up something and inspect it, and I'm like, what? Because I'm picturing like little paws.
Little bunny paws, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh right, they have little like hands. They can pick up a shell and like turn it over in their little hand. It throws me every time.
They, in fact, don't have normal paws anywhere on them because their back, like rabbit feet, also have like the little bit of like deer hoof kind of integrated into them as well for like extra speed and like durability. So like, yeah.
They have hooves and raccoon hands. That's right.
They're extra weird.
Whittaker does do that thing when he started to pick up on it when Raven or Felicity seem to be looking at or interacting with something he can't see, where the glasses just automatically go on.
Yeah. So you can also see Windy having like fun in the surf and less so coming out to swim with you.
I love that. Yeah, so Raven's just gonna like hop in the water up to her waist and just kind of wait around.
Are you a big swimmer?
Not really. You know, kind of growing up in Autumn Falls, there's we can kind of go swimming at like the springs and stuff, but I was never super into it. I can swim if I have to, but it's not really like a favorite pastime. Do you swim?
Yeah, it's one of the easier exercises for me. Well, it's good, right? Because it's one of those things that offers like resistance for every motion. So it works out all of you as opposed to like a individual muscle group.
Wow, Whittaker sounds like such a really old person right now.
Yeah.
You know, I got myself into this conversation and now I don't know how to even approach Whittaker's scars. I was like, yeah, this would be a great moment to have. And now I'm like, how do I say anything? How do I bring that up?
Yeah, well, there is the fact that, right, you just got done fighting with a supposed vampire and you see this bite mark now on his collar area.
All right, well, there's going to be a really long silence where neither of us say anything. And then Raven's just going to be like, can I ask you something?
I was wondering when you might.
How did you get the scar on your collarbone? You don't have to go into detail, or you can just say you don't want to talk about it, and I completely respect that. But based on, what we just went through recently.
Yeah, it's gross, isn't it?
I don't think so.
It looks gross.
It's gross.
She's being nice. You think she's going to agree and be like, yeah, that's nasty? She's already so afraid of upsetting him, especially if it looks nasty. Like, she's very afraid to ask.
Well, you're a smart girl. You can put 2 and 2 together. This was, well, it's exactly what it looks like. It was a nasty bite mark from a nasty individual. This was from England. Pre-Eastey Agency. I'm not sure if the one that gave it to me works the same as Olivia or Elias, but this is what I'd like to spare you from if I have the opportunity.
Wow. This was pre you joining the Eastey Agency? Is that why you joined?
In a manner of speaking, the attack in England, well, kind of ruined me, I suppose, and did send me out of the country, where the Eastey Agency did pick me up. Before the Eastey Agency, I worked for the London Agency of Supernatural Affairs.
Are they comparable to the Eastey Agency? Are they just kind of the same thing in another country?
In a sense, they're both sort of government-funded operations. I will say the supernatural forces in England are a little different from America. Everything's a lot more
ancient.
Yeah, it's a lot more lived in, right? Like, obviously you'll get things that sort of creep out of the woodwork that you have to go sort of check up on or take care of. But you'll find people who just know fairies exist and have seen stairs in the forest.
I guess that checks out.
And there are a lot more vampires.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know. Less now, but it was a bit of a problem over there. At least while I was around.
So, sorry, that's like a lot to think about. You're saying that vampires, there's like different kinds that can do different things?
Oh, certainly. You get different versions of them from all over the world.
I guess it makes sense. I just never really... Usually vampires are kind of just like a single thing. It's not usually like an umbrella term for lots of different kinds of creatures.
Sort of, yeah. You tend to classify anything that drains human energy as a vampire, whether that's blood, whether that's just general life force. The act of draining something is how we classified vampires. I don't know if the Eastey Agency took the same sort of definitions, honestly. Their database on the matter was a little more scant.
For a reason, I would imagine.
For a reason, as it turns out.
There hasn't been a documented case of a vampire in America for like 25 years.
Damn. Yeah, he relays that to Raven.
That's certainly a coincidence.
Right? Sounds like a cover-up to me. Ugh.
Yeah, you'd think they do a better job of covering it up instead of just saying, like, well, there's none here.
Well, in the time that I'd been there, I had never met someone who survived a vampire attack. So, as far as I was concerned, that held up.
So it's not so much that the cases weren't happening, it's just that there was no witnesses, no evidence.
That was my assumption. Surviving a vampire attack was not something I really thought you could do, barring extenuating circumstances, so I'm going to be honest, the recent encounter with Elias it's given me a lot of hope, actually, for anything we may yet face down the line. And Raven, really proud of how far you've come.
Thanks, Whittaker. That means a lot. Feels like a lifetime since we were in Autumn Falls.
Yeah, time will move weird on the road.
Well, I have approximately 1 million more questions about vampires, but I can spare you those for now and maybe try to gather my thoughts a little bit and get some actual cohesive questions together to bug you with another time. And you can always tell me you don't want to talk about it. I know it's a lot.
You can ask me anything, Raven. You've earned that much.
Thank you.
Last one to shore is... Fuck, I don't know what the kids say these days. And he races you to shore.
Felicity, you're splish-splashing around. What are you doing? How you having fun?
I am playing with Ghosty and Tom. I will put my hands up in kind of like a circle form and have Ghosty jump through them. I am just having a blast. It looks like by myself to anybody who's watching, but to me, it's me, Ghosty, and Tom, and we're just having the time.
I think at one point you feel like some water hit the back of your head, and you see Aidan like standing ankles into the water, and she's got one of the little like water pistols that Damien bought.
I'm gonna say to Ghosty and Tom, get her.
And they rush in the water and just start like kicking, and Tom uses his tail to like slap water at her, and she's just getting like attacked from all angles. And she'll like laugh and playfully like shoot the water gun back at them.
I always win, Aidan. I'll always win.
It's not fair. You have reinforcements.
Get your own reinforcements. I don't know what to tell you.
Everybody left. They went for a walk or something. She'll like make a little like trench in the sand in front of Ghosty and Tom and kind of step behind it. Like she's making like a barrier that they can't like leap across right away. You guys play for a little bit.
And after a little bit, I'm gonna say to her, you wanna go walk with the rest of them?
I'm fine hanging out with you.
Oh. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't want to be somewhere else.
Why would I want that?
I don't know. Just wanted to make sure.
She kind of wades out into the water where you are. You doing all right?
No, but yes. When I don't think about it, I am.
It's been a lot. You're doing better than a lot of people would, I think, all things considered.
That still doesn't mean good.
No, it doesn't. What's bothering you the most?
Well, I'm still thinking about how I killed all those people.
Yeah.
I killed Ray during the whole chase incident, which is a thing that I have to explain to you later. And like, I don't know, just everything else. It's too much.
It'll feel like that for a while. I didn't want to smother you after the whole thing with the snipes, but I knew you were upset about how that went. It's honestly good that you feel bad. It means the part of you that cares isn't broken.
Mm-hmm.
And if it ever does, it's really hard to fix. I would know. Do you remember my promise? That I'd tell you a little bit more about my past?
Yeah.
Everyone kind of brushed it off when we first played Truth or Dare on our way to the agency, but I have killed people too. I didn't have to, and I did. And I can't say that you'll ever not feel bad about doing something like that, but you just have to learn how to let yourself forgive yourself and move forward.
Aidan, is that what you were hiding from me before?
You knew that.
Well, I didn't know the extent. I didn't know how much it bothered you.
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to look after people. Not my proudest moment.
Can you tell me what you were hiding from me?
And she just looks kind of sad and like pensive for a while there as you stand in the water. If I had more answers, it would be easier. I'm worried it'll just raise more questions. You got enough stress on your plate right now.
Can I help you find the answer to those questions? Aidan, I just want to help you.
You shouldn't have to. It's my job. Oh. And she kind of goes to leave.
I'll let her.
Okay. Ghosty and Tom kind of just like float by on a kneeboard. Watching her go, looking up at you.
All right, you guys ready to go? Let's head back.
We're a little bit late, but the fucking cavalry is here. Raven and Whittaker show up finally in time to help Aidan win the squirt gun battle.
Absolutely.
And then immediately walk away because they see the vibes are a little rank right now.
We show up with squirt guns like, oh, is this a bad time?
Is this not, we can...
I kind of like you guys just like not seeing that right away, like seeing them from a distance and being like, let's get them, and like sneaking up with the squirt guns.
I'm down for it. The question is, does Aidan join in or is she still like sullen? Because if she's still visibly upset, we will stop immediately. But if she joins in, we now have a fair fight. That was pretty heavy though.
It was pretty heavy.
Yeah.
I didn't expect you to go that way, Maddie. Oh, you always know how to really guilt her up.
It's my talent!
Here I am trying to be a good, subtle parent, and you're over here calling out all her faults.
But why?
You know what? I will say Whittaker and Raven roll charisma. We don't have charisma. Roll charm.
Rip. Okay. It's a 7.
What's your charm?
-1.
Oh, mine's a 1. Okay, I was going to say, yeah, the two most charming people here. Wow, that's a 6 total.
Oh, we fucking beef it, bro.
Oh, we show up at exactly the wrong time. It absolutely falls flat. Oh, it's so awkward.
What it is, right, is you guys are playing with the squirt guns, right? Aidan, like, goes and, like, picks hers up, fires off a few shots, and then kind of, like, works herself away from it.
Just excuses herself quietly.
Oh, it hurts.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just you and Whittaker and, like, Felicity now.
Oh, it hurts.
Does Felicity stay?
No.
Oh, no. Day ruined.
Oh, man. Just because it's Whittaker and Raven, after that's just the two of them again, it's kind of like slowly put the squirt gun down and be like, wow, we really messed that up, huh? That was...
Sometimes you misread the vibe.
Yep. Let's not speak of this again.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
The vibe eventually, like, recovers a bit.
All right.
Aidan will bring Felicity a milkshake.
Aww.
We have time to do, like, a volleyball beach scene.
That's all I keep thinking about.
I'm ready for volleyball.
What are the teams for volleyball?
Me and Raven are on one team.
Okay.
Cool boy.
I picked Damien.
Oh, okay.
It's a good draft pick. Though I can't use powers, so it's pretty nerfed.
We will have to have a quick team huddle. You cannot slime.
I know, it's public. It's public.
I know you know. I just had to say it.
He, like, grows 5 inches, but, like, that's it.
He's very tall.
What about Aidan?
What if we got a Hugo out here? 3-on-3.
You're not going to get Hugo out there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Hugo's coming out.
All right. Wait, what about Ray?
Oh, that's right. I didn't think about what Ray was going to be doing at the beach.
Ray's playing volleyball with us, clearly.
Yeah, that works.
I imagine they were probably just hanging out on like the chairs in our little setup.
Yeah.
Just chilling for most of it.
Just hanging on the sand.
Yeah.
You know what? They're probably making a sandcastle.
Nice. That's cute.
Cute.
It feels like a thing Ray might be into.
So Whittaker and Team NPC versus
us.
Everybody act under pressure.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
I'm seeing a lot of shaking heads. Oh, this is funny.
I don't think Raven's ever played volleyball in her life. At least not beach volleyball. I got a 3.
Aidan got a 4.
Whittaker got a 10. He's carrying this fucking team.
Whittaker was on the Eastey Agency intramural team.
Company volleyball.
What did you get, Felicity?
An 8.
An 8.
Ooh.
Okay. And Damien, how'd you do?
4.
Oh god.
So you're carrying this team.
Okay. And I'll roll for Ray, I guess.
Oh god.
Ray got a 2.
It's just Felicity and Whittaker. Just playing volleyball,
It's Felicity and Whittaker. One person showing each side of the net, and everyone else is beefing it so hard.
Oh my god.
Raven's doing the thing where she tries to go to serve and like misses and then just like whiffs it or like hits it, but hits it way off the court in the wrong direction. She's really bad at this.
Damien is hitting the ball like a slime would hit the ball and not putting enough force into it at any point.
Just a wet slap every time.
Yes.
I picked you, Damien.
Oh, you picked wrong. Clearly you should have picked Whittaker.
You should have picked the old man.
Aiden's so distracted that like she keeps forgetting you can't just like catch it.
Oh.
She's like, I got it.
It's not basketball, honey.
Ah, dang it.
It's a lot of fun, at least.
Ray will like go to hit it and just miss and whiff completely. But they're very into doing like dives into the sand.
Yes, they're so enthusiastic about
They're
it.
so
much
enthusiastic and just no talent to back it up.
They've got the spirit.
They got the spirit.
They got
That's all
the
that counts.
spirit. Yeah.
Yep. They hype you up every time you actually do something good, Whittaker. They're like, yes, my guy Whittaker. Hell yeah, way to go, man. That's awesome.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Whittaker got a 10, so he's good enough to realize that Damien isn't that good at playing. So he's able to target Damien and just nail him in the face a couple times.
Very good.
You know he would too.
Yeah. I'll say, I mean, if Whittaker and Felicity are the only two people that got successes, but Whittaker got a 10, I'll say that, like, your competitive streak comes out a little bit and you do not spare them.
It's
Especially
brutal.
given that Damien is on the other team.
There's no mercy.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Whittaker told Hugo, I'm going to go out and have fun. And what that means is I'm going to beat everyone in here.
Absolutely wreck.
You pick up that Whittaker might have been a jock in high school.
Amazing.
There's like the final beach volleyball moment of just like Aidan finally like hits it up instead of catching it, and Whittaker just like stoop and like sports anime spikes the ball. It like hits Damien's face and then goes out of bounds. That's game.
Yes. Very good.
Incredible.
We were keeping points?
I was.
Oh. I thought we just hit it for fun. Good game, I guess.
Good game.
Yeah, good game, Whittaker.
Do you think we were saying like 9 love for fun?
They didn't get a single point?
I thought love was like a British thing.
You got saying we got 9 points, love.
Yes! I thought you were just letting us know.
Oh, may as well have been.
Oh no! Oh, somebody throw them in the lake. They're on fire.
Wow.
Okay.
Of all of the ways I pictured Beach episode going, I never thought Whittaker would be Azula in this case.
Oh gosh. I think Ellie and Brad come by because it's like, you know, spend the day at the beach, so day's getting to an end. And around like 4:45 or so, like they show up with a couple packs of beer and like some equipment in like a big cooler that they're bringing over. And Brad's like, "We gotta cook up some crabs. You guys want to join us?"
Sure.
Yeah, we'll have a little crab, get a little butter sauce going. You know, just cook up these guys for a 1-2 quick.
It's no hodag fish fry, but God, I'll take it.
It's better than the hodag fish fry.
Oh.
So they start setting up for like a dinner to share with you guys. Let's jump back to Hugo. You have a day in the trailer to yourself. What do you do?
Pet Ruby.
Oh. Trust me, I spent a weekend petting dogs, and you could do that for hours and lose time.
He's going to take out his phone, not the burner phone, his regular phone, and he's going to go through his contacts, pull up Singh's family practice.
Okay. Rings a couple times. Yes, hello.
Hi, Dr. Singh. It's Hugo.
Hugo, it's good to hear your voice. How are you?
I've seen better days, but managing.
You are still traveling with the group that you left Autumn Falls with, then?
Yeah. We've been bouncing around a few places.
Keeping on the move? Probably a good idea, but why call me? What do you need?
I need some insight from you.
Happy to give it. One moment. And he puts you on hold, and a couple minutes later he picks up again. I thought I should get out of the waiting room. We can talk freely now.
I need some advice on how to extract energy from something. Or possibly essence. I'm not quite certain what it is I'm dealing with right now.
You're discussing the unfortunate incident with your friends. Unfortunately, they destroyed most of that equipment. And to be fair, they were justified in doing so, but I have not had the chance to try and recreate that, given she has discouraged me from pursuing that line of research further. Mostly the devices that I made were made to expend a great amount of energy in order to send creatures to their home from our world. So before I came into contact with the Celestial that you know, it was generated mostly with electrical power. With, a few magic rules. But you know this. You work with arcane lightning a bit as well, yes?
On occasion. Not as cleanly.
But you need to extract an essence. There are magics for such things, but generally they are frowned upon because to siphon life is considered a dark art. So the Order discourages such pursuits.
Even if the person is willing?
He clears his throat a little bit. Roll manipulate someone, Hugo.
Oh, well, that never goes well. Huh, it's a 9.
Okay. On a mixed success with manipulate, they'll tell you or do what you want them to do if you give them a solid enough reason. You are sensing hesitation from Dr. Singh, not a lack of knowledge here. And you think maybe he is a little hesitant to discuss darker magics with you, considering you are the leader of the Order in his region at the moment. But you also know, especially given his recent experiments, that tradition and the established status quo would never be a barrier that this man would not be willing to push past if he felt it was worth exploring scientifically. So he's just a little uneasy sharing these things he probably would have not shared with anyone else in the Order up to this point.
Dr. Singh, do you remember that other incident that happened with the trash things and all that stuff?
Yes, I do.
I'm trying to make sure it doesn't happen again. And there are lives on the line.
And I owe you that much. To extract energy from a source, it is a very particular type of magic, often demonic in its origin and execution. There are runes which can be used to create this effect, and many dark wizards and witches have employed such magic in their pursuit of power. I briefly entertained the idea of attempting to steal the essence from creatures I was attempting to banish, but I abandoned it when I realized that this was not truly removing them from our world, but simply transferring them and their essence into something different. I thought it much more humane and effective to simply break their connection with the world rather than steal them and force them into a new or different form, if that makes sense. I can send you these runes, but I would not advise that you experiment with them.
By any chance, do those runes allow it to happen in a process that's not painful?
Very rarely. It would require more experimentation and, to be quite frank, a lot of failures before you could make progress.
Well, to start, thanks, Dr. Singh.
I will email you my notes. Best of luck, Hugo.
Say hi to everyone for me. I know it's been a while.
I will tell the girls you say hello.
Thank you.
Hangs up. Anybody else you're calling?
Let's try to contact St. Peter's Church.
Ah, okay. Ring, 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 ring. It starts to go to like the church answering service. Welcome to St. Peter's Church. Services on Sunday begin at... And then it's like quickly picked up and you hear a voice on the other line. Sorry, hi, hello, this is Sister Jillian.
Hi, Sister Jillian. My name is Hugo. I don't know if you remember me from calling,
Yes, I remember you.
How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing okay. I was wondering if I could get some... I don't know if scripture advice would be the right word here, or... I really don't know what the right word here would be.
Did you need me to get Father O'Rourke or Chaplain Rianne?
Possibly. Which one is in a better mood today?
She clicks her tongue a little bit. She's like, do you want tired or frustrated?
I'd definitely rather go with tired.
Okay, I'll get Rianne. I'll be right back. Oh, hold on, please. And a few minutes later, you hear, this better be good, Hugo.
Ouch, that hurts.
Come on, man. I was fighting a ghost until like 4 a.m. What do you want?
Oh, jeez. Fine. By any chance, do you have any books or know of anything concerning loss of divinity? Specifically in celestial beings.
Loss of divinity. Your friend's sick, isn't she?
Yep.
Ooh.
Well, granted how easy it was for me to figure that out, I will point out that she is the only documented case of an angel that I'm aware of. So, God, I mean, I could read you some flowery poetry or verses, but I don't have any personal experience with a celestial. You're kind of the leading expert, being her neighbor and whatnot.
First, I was looking mostly for like hearsay and such, but you have a fair point.
I'm torn as keeper now whether I want to just make up a Bible verse or actually go looking for one.
That'd be so funny.
Hidden archives, things that aren't really discussed by the church that often.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's our world. We could say the Bible was written a little differently.
Yeah, so he says, live ye in truth, and faith will guide your path. To the heavens turn your gaze, and rejoice in the glory beheld there. I mean, I could go on all day, right?
It's flowery for a reason.
It's the front, you know, man. Like, you think I wear a starched collar because it's fun?
They are pretty fashionable. Depending on who you ask. I am not one who would say it's fashionable, though, so I'm sorry for you.
It's fine. Give me a little more info. What's going on?
Bleeding, tiredness, being on the fritz. Oh yeah, and she's also been mean lately. Like Father O'Rourke mean.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a weird question. I don't like where my brain's going with this, Hugo. Like, you guys been on the road lately? Like, is she syncing up with the other girls? Like, what is going on?
It's perfectly possible.
Okay, I mean...
There are some things I don't ask. That's in the list of things that I usually don't ask.
I don't want to ask it either. Should I get the sister back on the phone? Like, I mean, you're phrasing, my guy. You guys have been hanging around a demon lord for a while now. Maybe that's got something to do with it?
Possible, but if being around demons makes an angel not able to be an angel, how did that big fighting and all that stuff that they used to do in the scriptures work? Or is that just the flowery text in the front too?
I mean, you should ask her. She was there or something, right?
True. Ooh, that'll be a conversation.
Yeah. Don't mention what I said. I was being stupid.
Oh, no, I'm going to mention what you said.
No, come on, man. She's cute. I want her to like me.
I'm not going to play wingman for you for a person with wings. No.
All right. When you come back, though, are we going out? We getting drinks? What's the deal? How long are you going to be on the road, do you think?
Maybe another couple months.
Jeez, man. A couple months to stop an apocalypse? What, are you getting old?
Yes, I am. And if I'm lucky and this works, then I can get even older, but we'll see what happens.
All right, man. Hey, take care. If you need anything, call me again. Just maybe something I actually have a little experience with, like fighting monsters or whatever.
It's all fighting monsters in the end.
Ain't that the truth? I'll catch you later, Hugo.
Get some rest. Go to bed. And he's going to let out the longest sigh you have ever heard.
Give us that sigh, Foley. All right. You guys are sitting around on the beach. Ellie and Brad have somehow, sort of out of nowhere, concocted a feast of crab leg and corn on the cob. And Brad's got like a spicy chili and honey that he's like adding as like a dip option. And then there's like a cucumber and dill yogurt dip to have with stuff if you want it. They're pulling out all the stops to impress their friend Damien's friends.
So how did you get to know Damien without wanting to crush his face in after, 3 hours?
Ellie looks at you as she's like sipping from, just a can of cheap beer. You've never worked in a kitchen, have you, kid?
Oh, called out. Fucking called out. I suppose I haven't.
If I laid off the first guy ever to piss me off in my kitchen, I'd be working a solo shift all the time.
All right, asked and answered. How long have you two been doing the food truck thing?
Like 4 or 5 years now. We met at that concert in West Virginia and then kind of like moved around from there. I was working that, what do you call it? I was doing carpentry, right? Working my hands after I'd gotten like kind of sick of kitchens and came along and showed me some stuff I'd never seen before. Got the spark again. No, I got excited about cooking again. Drove off. I gave my notice and kept going. So we've been all over the country in the old Hicksmobile, huh?
So cute.
Yeah, I've been doing this pretty much my whole life. I got the food truck like 76. So, I've been going at it.
Very impressive. It's good food.
Get local, put lots of love. Can't go wrong. Now what I used to tell you, Damien?
Yeah.
Looks over at you, I would think Damien at this point is like serving everybody.
Yeah, serving and making himself useful, making sure everyone's got a fresh beer.
Yeah.
I'm going to go make sure Hugo gets some food too.
Yeah, take some beers for him. He's earned it.
That he has.
It's getting to be like sunset, so the sun is kind of going down. You can sort of see the night sky starting to creep up on like the edge of the water as you guys look out at the beach. Most people are leaving, but since you've got your trailer here, you can kind of like hang out on the beach with a fire going and, just enjoy the quiet or relative quiet of the water side.
As you reach the trailer, Hugo comes out with Ruby.
Oh, yeah, make sure she gets some time out on the beach. Is it a dog-friendly beach?
It is in our world.
Come on, Ruby, let's go.
And so she'll chase you on the beach if you want to like run around Felicity or play fetch with some driftwood sticks, that kind of thing.
Hugo, we've got food.
And we got problems. Food first, though.
All right.
How'd the sandwich go, my guy?
Oh.
Yeah?
To see a master of their craft making something that good is an honor.
Last week, actually, we did a really good thing with the pork belly. Had like a pepper relish with that. And then we sort of like did it into a grilled cheese. Oh, divine. So good. Brad just starts yapping your ear off about food. Aidan, once like she's had a little bit to eat, just like grabs one of the beer bottles and like takes a walk down the beach.
Raven, can you go walk after her and make sure she doesn't hurt herself?
On it. Yeah, I don't think Aidan gets very far by herself before Raven does the same thing. Just grabs beer and kind of like jogs a little bit to catch up to her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey.
Do you mind if I join you?
No, not at all.
Cool.
You guys go for a walk. Hugo, what conversation did you want to have with Whittaker, if any?
It's going to pull over Whittaker. Is also going to, if Damien's not busy, pull over Damien.
Yeah, for sure. Ellie and Brad are not the type to like snoop if they sense you guys are having like a private conversation. Brad just like pulls out his guitar and starts like noodling on it. And Ellie just reclines back in the chair and starts talking to him about like, I think tomorrow I'm getting sick of the cabbage. We should do like a broccoli slaw or something. You know, just mix it up. I'm getting a little... So they just like start talking shop.
So checked in with Dr. Singh. He reluctantly gave me some potential information that may help. It's going to take a lot more research, though. It's, at the current moment, not looking to be a gentle and easy process.
Yeah, well, that tracks with Singh.
Yeah, I don't care about gentle. Whatever process it is, let's just get it over with.
You may not care about gentle. I do.
Uncomfortable is one thing. Bad enough to kill you before we actually get the spark out is another.
Yeah, I'd like to see people try to kill me.
I wouldn't.
You know what I mean. I'll be fine.
Hugo, I don't know if we've talked about this before. Are there other whispered organizations around the country that you would have access to?
Like someone closer than Singh?
Or someone just with a different set of knowledge?
Well, I can call Mr. Argyle tomorrow or something. Suffice to say, there's a lot of stuff that they didn't want me knowing, given my nature. Because we already know there's a few other groups.
Do we? Did we know that?
Yes. You don't remember? Heather?
You never told us about Heather.
I don't think you ever told anyone that Heather was a Whispered member.
Oh, well, I thought all that information was shared. It's being shared now.
Yeah, Theo mentioned she was magical, but didn't really go into detail on it. Okay, Whispered member.
You all maybe would have seen her tattoos during the fight at Lanard Rouge's camp, but I don't think it was ever talked about openly, because she kind of didn't engage with y'all during that evening of talking about feelings and recovery, so...
We can just say that Hugo did indeed share the information. I wasn't sure if that was a thing Hugo was keeping secret on her behalf.
Nope, not that one.
Well, if Argyle has information about other places we can go, I mean, that's as much a direction to head in as any.
I'll check in with him about that. Then also, Damien, concerning our little bet.
Yes?
I am pleased to tell you.
Oh no.
That I have no idea what's going on. I spoke to Rian. He has no idea what's going on. We're dealing with things that, as far as humanity knows, there is no real knowledge of. At a certain level, our best bet is literally to sit down with Aidan and just talk it out and try to figure out what's going on. There's another avenue I could pursue, but I would much rather not.
Which avenue is that?
Additional calls. Just with a bit of a cost.
Ooh.
I mean, I have credit cards. We can pay costs. I don't see how that could be an issue, but I do suppose that talking with Aidan directly is probably the easiest way to do it, albeit not fun.
Money doesn't solve everything. Plus, you can't tell me that you're not at least curious to ask her directly about it. I can see that look in your eyes.
You're right. But I'm just afraid she's like, oh, I don't know. It's just this new thing that's happening. And we won't get any good info.
I mean, she does genuinely seem confused about the whole situation, for what it's worth.
But if she can give us any other information on her lifestyle, the things she's experienced, it gives us a starting point. Whether she's lost her faith, whether she's become too attached to us or something. Whether she's been around Damien too long.
I mean, been around Damien too long can actually fuck with you.
It can fuck with us. Can it fuck with her, though?
Maybe. If anything can. Right? He's becoming more holy and she's becoming less holy. Is sort of, it's like an equilibrium thing. I have no idea if that's what it is, but that's sort of the vibe.
Yes, there's a beautiful symmetry in that, but I will reiterate that my spark came from Felicity and Aidan was fine pre her unlocking process where she unlocked her bigger magical powers. So I think it's a happy coincidence, but I'm pretty convinced it was Aidan unlocking things that did it.
The face that Emery just made, there's no words for it, but I just want the podcast listeners to know that Emery had the most wide-eyed, pursed lips expression on his face just now. Continue.
Oh, man. Whittaker is not revealing Aidan's secret. I've got a different thing to do, which I don't have a clean segue for.
Time passes.
You guys have a couple beers. You're chatting away. You're brainstorming.
Hugo, on an unrelated note, I do have a favor to ask of you. I need to check on Prithee, and as it currently stands, I've burned most of my avenues for doing that in a way that wouldn't alert the Eastey Agency. But, scrying magic, is that something you can do? Because I know sometimes you just know things, and Felicity has her visions. I just need you to help me see wherever the hell Prithee is right now so I can make sure they're not.
Well, I've never tried to look on a person. I've done it for areas.
All right.
Well, if the area was their house.
Does Prithee have a house?
They've got an apartment. I have not been there. I do not know where it is.
I guess if we could try to work something if we have stuff that belongs to Prithee, or I don't know.
I might have a few of their foreign sodas kicking around in the fridge.
Hey, Natalie.
Hey, Natalie.
Is there a way to use big magic to slightly alter a regular use magic thing to scry on a person instead of a place?
I think absolutely, yeah.
Okay. How would we go about doing that?
You would definitely need something connected to Prithee, which... hadn't Prithee given you a gift, Whittaker?
Something like tangible? I don't know. If they did, I don't remember. In canon, he does have weird alcohol from Prithee.
It's also not totally out of the realm of possibilities that Prithee has gifted Whittaker something during their friendship.
Wait! It's the wine bottle we never opened! The fucking wine! Oh my god!
Perfect.
Yes. Hold on, Hugo. I'll be right back. He goes into the trailer. Somehow, still intact after all the shit the trailer's been through.
Well, the Hodag helped you fix it, remember?
Well, we fixed the trailer. We might not have fixed all the broken glassware and shit in there.
No, because I described that how Aidan and Raven went in to like pick up, and every once in a while the Hodag would come by and be like, oh yeah, you need some help with that? Here, I got you. And then he would like do a little something and then like move. And so like by the end, everything was fixed.
Oh, damn.
Still impressed.
So it was like just full magic. Love that.
Like a good neighbor.
Hodag is there.
The Hodag doesn't just have mending. The Hodag has fabricate.
Yeah.
So yeah, Whittaker comes back out with a unopened bottle of wine. He's brought Theo's glasses too. And he's like, I know they're not made for this, but you know, they already got some magic that helps you see things that aren't easily seen. I don't know if that'll translate to seeing someone else far away, but might be something.
Hugo, given that this is a scrying spell, you think that with Whittaker's glasses, he could be the one to actually observe rather than you.
I have a plan.
What's the plan?
So Hugo would take the bottle, assuming that they're doing this now.
Oh yeah, do it live.
Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's go.
So Hugo would take the bottle. He would try to find a spot on the sand. He would have Whittaker put on the glasses. He would then open the bottle and pour the bottle out, the contents of the bottle out onto the sand while freezing it to make it into a kind of wine pane, if you will.
That's badass. That kicks ass, Hugo.
Yeah.
Whittaker is only slightly disappointed, but then he sees how fucking cool the situation is.
Yeah.
He doesn't pour out all of it, though. He does also dig a little thing on the side and pours out some to the ground just to keep in the ground because costs.
Ooh.
And then whatever other stuff you think has to be done, Natalie.
Well, Damien would pour the rest of the wine bottle into a wine glass so that Whittaker could actually drink it and enjoy some of it.
Nice.
It's meant to be enjoyed with, well, it's not for just me. It was going to be for, well,
It's open. It's ruined. You got to drink it now.
Is that
Because
how
we all
wine
know
works?
opening wine ruins it.
Is that how that,
Over-oxidation.
is that how that goes? Okay.
Damien, are you going to help with this?
Yeah, I was sort of waiting for the math to roll out, but also Damien would be willing to be very helpful in this case anyway, trying to get some of his essence on things. So I guess after the ice was frozen over, instead of doing anything gross, I think Damien would gingerly reach over and just gently kiss the ice.
Give it a little smooch.
Okay.
Get a little smooch, sort of bring the spark towards that part of his form and just impart just a little bit of a sprinkle on it.
Some spark fuel will absolutely make this more potent and effective. So I want all of you to roll plus weird.
Hell yeah, we doing big magic. I'll burn luck on this if I have to. Let's see.
Big magic with the boys.
Big magic with the boys. Hey, Saturdays for the boys.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's not bad. It's not bad yet.
It's not bad until I try to help.
Okay.
Oh my god. All right, I'm burning luck on this.
Tell me what your rolls are first.
I got a 7.
A 7 from Whittaker, a 5 from Damien.
And a 7 from Hugo.
In burning luck, it's now a 12. I have to see if Prithy's okay.
All right. It's a mix.
Yeah.
It's a fail, a mix, and a success.
So like right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Damien, when you go impart spark energy into this wine, the spark does shimmer through the frozen wine. Am I correct in saying, Hugo, that it's like a mirror of like frozen liquid that you've created?
Yes.
Okay. Damien, you kiss this thing. It definitely empowers the spell. But Hugo, you can tell right away that the amount of power he gave was not like a small amount. He kind of overloaded the spell a little bit.
Oh no.
So the mirror immediately begins to start to crack and shake and vibrate super rapidly. And there's this hum in the air. And Whittaker, you feel the glasses on your face also start to vibrate. The runes along the lens and the earpiece begin to light up and glow. And Hugo, you feel your tattoos begin to sear, almost as if the power in the spell is being channeled back into you a little bit. And it's like they're heating up like, hot brands on your arms where you have the tattoo. Whittaker, there's a flash, and the image through this deep red frozen liquid becomes very clear. You see Prithy leaning up against a wall, like a very sparse looking wall. Their hair is kind of a mess. They're in like a loose, very plain t-shirt with like a blanket kind of wrapped around them a little bit, leaning up against this space. You see they stir a little bit. They sound weak, like they don't feel well. And a alarm starts going off. Fuck. They roll over and like crawl forward weakly as this alarm is going. And then they reach and like fumble around for something out of frame. And the alarm stops and they fling a phone across the room and then lay there for a minute. And then they like yoga lift themselves up, toss their hair back.
Oh, fuck, I have to stop drinking.
Yes! Oh my god.
And they get up out of their bed.
Oh no!
God damn
and
it.
stumble over to what is clearly like an in-bedroom like bath mirror and bleary-eyed like look into it. And then they stop and their hand drops. Whittaker? And the mirror of wine shatters into pieces.
Oh my fucking god. You fucking had me. You fucking had me.
You had me. Holy shit.
Oh my god, I've been had. That's it.
I was ready to burn the Eastey Agency to the ground.
Master of her craft. Master of her craft.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like, listen, we've had some good fucking twists on this here show.
I can't kill the most popular NPC.
Oh man.
We weren't worried you'd kill them. We were worried they were trapped in a prison cell and being tortured by the agency.
Oh.
You said a sparse wall, and I was like, they can't be at home.
Right.
Prithy's house definitely has to be decorated ridiculously. There's no way their bedroom would be sparse.
Prithy invented cluttercore.
Except for apparently the single wall next to their bed.
From what you saw, the wall around their bed is pretty sparse. You're not sure why.
Watch, they just have a completely black and white minimalist apartment with like nothing in it.
I'm angry. I'm angry and that's it. That's all I have to say.
Okay, fair enough. I deserve it.
I'm so happy.
No, I'm
they're
so
okay.
relieved.
This is so funny.
For now.
For now. Right, like, to be clear,
You know that they are alive. That's all you know.
it's possible they're still
and
totally...
that they were drinking.
They could have been fired.
Like, last we checked, they were still under investigation, so we don't know, like, how that turned out. But the important bit is, clearly it wasn't enough to put them in immediate danger, except from themselves.
That's true. They're just on leave from work, so they've just been partying the entire time because they don't have work in the morning. Oh, God damn it, Prithi. I'm so happy they're okay.
So, spell ends. Hugo, you take a couple harm and are blown back into the sand. Damien, the spell lasted way shorter than it should have because you overloaded it. But Whittaker, the glasses worked and you were able to observe a person versus a place.
On the shatter, Damien sort of experiences sort of what we were all experiencing of the, oh no, something's wrong. He instinctively starts to like go to his gloop, let's fuck shit up form, and then sort of recalls that he's on the beach and that there's nothing really actionable he could do at this moment. So he's like, Whittaker, what'd you see? Is Prithi okay?
You guys, I would assume, walked away from Brad and Ellie for this, but Brad kind of calls out, you guys got fireworks? Those are illegal, you know. I mean, I'm not going to say anything, but like, careful over there. Don't burn your eyebrows off.
Noted. Thank you. Whittaker's like taking the glasses off.
Yeah.
Thank God. All right. They're fine. They saw me though, which
Yeah, I may have overloaded it a little bit.
Oh, is that what that was?
I'll take credit for it.
Oh. Hugo, shit.
I got you, Hugo. Hold on.
Oh no, mouthful of sand.
Oh no, he hates sand.
He hates it so much.
Hugo, hang on just a second. And Damien's going to quickly glance around, make sure that it's dark out, and then gloop your face. And just like sort of those keyboard cleaning things, it's going to be really quick gloop and then pull back and all the sand is gone.
Oh,
so much worse than sand.
It's kind of genius though, not going to lie.
It's good because in the end you're okay, but for that 1 minute, it's gross. But no, you don't have any sand in your hair or anything.
Thanks, Damien.
No problem, buddy.
All right. Thank you both for that. I just had to be sure. Hugo, you going to be all right? I hope that didn't push you too hard.
It's not like I'm dying.
Oof.
Yeah,
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Clink.
Clink, clink. Shame about the wine.
There'll be more.
You can share it with Brad and Ellie if you want.
This is wine for the boys. This is boys' wine.
Heck yeah. Raven, you're on the walk with Aidan. Was there anything you wanted to bring up?
Like a few minutes of walking in silence and just like, I just want to make sure you're okay. I feel like we haven't had a chance to talk in a bit, and I just wanted to check in.
Thanks. I don't know what's going on with me. I feel bad because I feel like I'm letting y'all down.
That's not possible.
Well, I mean, falling from 30,000 feet wasn't exactly fun.
No, that's definitely something that's crossed off my bucket list that I had to add the second it happened. Never will do again. But I want to make sure that you know that the reasons that we keep you around aren't because of the angelic powers that you have. We like having you around because of you. And if you lose these powers, it's, we still want you around.
Thanks.
We'll figure this out. Whatever is causing it, whatever's going on. We're here for you. I don't want you to feel like you have to hide this stuff. If there's other things, you can tell us. If we have to fight more stuff, we'll be more careful. We'll get through this together.
I'd really like not to have to keep fighting.
I know, but we'll adapt. We'll figure it out. And now that, you sleep sometimes we'll make sure that you've got a place to sleep and...
I'm already tired again. Is this normal?
Oh, it's the worst. You'll kind of get used to it. You'll get on like a sleep schedule. We can switch out driving. If we drive through the night, we'll make sure everyone gets shifts to sleep. It'll be okay. It's nothing we haven't dealt with before as regular humans. It'll just be a switch for you.
Yeah, we'll deal with it, I guess. And she stops and sits down on like a dry portion of the sand and like looks out at the water for a bit. I might just sit here for a little while.
Yeah. I'll head back, but take all the time you need.
Thanks, Raven.
Raven will leave Aidan alone.
Mm-hmm. She sits there for a while, staring out over the lake, wraps her arms around her legs and rests her chin on them. There's some small birds that wander by her in the sand. She watches the waves as they come in on the tides. Her eyelids start to droop again, and she drifts to sleep on the beach. And then she's walking in the woods. Sunlight streams down through the tops of trees, and songbirds flit from branch to branch. And she seems calmer as she's walking down this thin trail. But she stops suddenly with a sharp inhale. There's a tall figure ahead of her in a clearing, draped in a robe of leaves and flowers and grasses and moss, with a set of massive branching antlers. And when they turn to face Aidan, we can see the golden eyes staring out from behind a mask of bark, and this halo of radiance behind them seems to catch the sunlight and enhance it around their form. And Aidan drops down to one knee as her legs give out under her. She steadies herself with a hand, but doesn't look away from this figure. She just stares wide-eyed and shocked. Mother? Why are you here, Aidan? I don't know. My powers, they're failing, and I'm scared. The figure closes their eyes, that gold light dimming as their lids close a bit. And they sigh. They're not disappointed, but they're still a little bit sad. First light. You are fading. I know. Help me. What do I do? I don't know what to do. And this figure tilts their head in this sympathetic manner, but then their form, the light inside of it goes out. And the leaves and flowers begin to rot and decay as fungus and mold and decomposition overtakes the once vibrant life that made up their mysterious spirit form. They hunch over, and it all sort of starts to crack and shift and change, and it becomes this misshapen, cloaked shape wrapped in rags and strips of ancient decaying fabric and clutching a staff made of the most gnarled, twisted material, as if a tree had been forced to rend itself, but couldn't break, no matter how knotted or warped it became. And two glowing eyes from beneath the hood stare out at Aidan from beneath this long, unnaturally extended hooded neck. And these unnerving fingers on a long, rotting arm reach out towards her. And there's a knowing exhale of recognition. Aidan. And she stumbles back, almost into like an all fours crab walk position. Yells, "No!" And she stands and calls forth her wings, a golden flash, in order to fly away from this figure. But when she goes to flap them, they start to blacken at the edges and disintegrate into dust. No! No, 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 no!
What the fuck?
She tries to run, but the strange and terrifying figure has one of its long, distended limbs wrapped around her ankle, tugging at her. The plant life in the forest surrounding her also loses its color, withers, dies, blows away on a familiar, dust-filled wind, howling and harsh. Another hand seizes her wrist, and shadows begin to extend from this creature's hand and wrap and engulf her entire form. And she struggles in vain as this hooded creature draws close, the eyes still transfixed on her, a menacing laugh echoing on the empty wind. She keeps fighting. The dark shadows climb up her neck and start to creep towards her eyes and her mouth. And she screams as her face is locked in this panic-stricken mask of terror. She wakes up on the beach. And that is where we'll end our session.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Well, Aidan, welcome to Nightmares.
It sucks.
No, that's gotta be real. That's gotta be real.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
It has to be
That
real.
was so good.
Oh my god.
Just you wait.
Y'all didn't think I was gonna let my angel character sleep and not give her a nightmare right away, did you?
Of course not.
Oh my god, after like thousands of years of bullshit, yeah.
She got one night of rest.
The real question is, when are the daymares going to start
The
happening?
Daymares, no.
God, I hate that.
Don't give Natalie any ideas today. What are you doing?
Wow.
GB creepy.
Natalie, you're a poet.
I'm sleepy.